This year, help dreams come true with the Ideal Idaho 529 Education Savings Program. Our easy-to-use tools make it simple to plan for your child's education. With tax benefits, ownership flexibility, Ideal is the perfect way to save for college, trade school, K-12 education, and student loan repayment. Join us at our next webinar to learn more about the 529 plan. Enrolling takes just 15 minutes and you can start with just $25. Visit idsaves.org if you would like to learn more.
Let's talk about open enrollment for health insurance. Your Health Idaho's got you covered with all you need to know. Open enrollment is the time of year where you can enroll in or change your health insurance coverage. And Your Health Idaho is the place to go for quality coverage at a lower cost. 25% of enrollees pay $25 or less. Make sure to enroll by December 16th to get covered and save money.
It doesn't matter how you find your greatness or what you do to maintain it. What's important is that you find it from within. Whatever makes you feel good is a matter of personal taste. So whether it strengthens you physically, makes you mentally tougher,
and for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life, which is why we pour so much into the communities around us. We've employed hundreds of your neighbors. We take pride in that, and in giving back millions in sponsorships, grants, donations, and scholarships. It's our way of saying thanks. We're Valleywide, and yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
Ads like this keep popping up, but I see through the hype because those vape clouds people claim are just water vapor contain as many as 31 different chemicals, like formaldehyde, the stuff they preserve dead bodies with. And while the flavors sound all harmless, we still have no idea what these ingredients could be doing to our bodies. But I already see vaping for exactly what it is. Get the real facts at BehindTheHaze.com.
Playoff coverage on IdahoSports.com is presented by Project Filter, Your Health Idaho, Ideal, Idaho's college savings program, Valleywide Cooperative, your local Toyota dealers, Dip Fusion Helmet Reconditioning, and the Idaho Office of Highway Safety. Tonight we come to you live from the ICCU Dome in Pocatello, Idaho, where the Garden Valley Wolverines will take on the Carey Panthers. Hi everyone, welcome in. My name is Joel Richardson, and I'm joined by the two greatest color commentators that you have ever heard, Coach Lane Kirkland and Sean Kane. Guys, this is the trip to the Milk Bowl 1A championship game. Should be a great one tonight. We just had one. We just had a completed game. Dietrich defeats. What team was that, guys?
That was Dietrich versus
Tri-Valley. Defeated Tri-Valley. I've already forgotten everything. Dietrich defeated Tri-Valley. So the winner of this game plays Dietrich in the 1A championship game. Garden Valley coming in at 7-2 overall, 3-2 in the league, while the Carey Panthers coming in at
9-1.
9-1. Coach Lane Kirkland, of course, the famous Carey Panther coach, coming in hot from Carey, helping us out here on the broadcast tonight, Coach.
Thanks, Joel and Sean. It's been a pleasure to work with you already this first game. Exciting to be up here from this view at the semifinals. And calling 8-man football the best game in the state is 8-man football, in my opinion. And we have a good shootout here tonight between the Wolverines and the Panthers. Both dressed and looking sharp. Those good-looking uniforms.
Yeah, you've got Carey in a blue with that gold-yellow helmet, kind of like, I don't know. I can't think of a team.
The Fountain Valley Barons.
Like
Pitt.
What's
Pitt?
The Grizzlies in northern Colorado.
Oh, that's a good one, too.
Then you've got Garden Valley Wolverines, white with, I think it's a dark purple helmet, and, almost like maybe a off Minnesota Vikings uniform. I don't know.
I was going to say, yeah.
Not a ton of purple.
The Minnesota Vikings. As the head coach. How'd they get here, guys? Carey Panthers defeated Wallace 86-8 last week. 8 players scored against Wallace in that quarterfinals matchup. For Garden Valley, they defeated the Long Pin Conference champion, Council, 22-20. All touchdowns were big plays, 60-plus yards, but they just squeaked out that game, Coach, 22-20.
Yeah, I wanted it just a little bit more there, getting a great stop on 4th down to be able to bring them to this semifinal game. A 3rd place beating a 1st, and a hungry Wolverines team we can see tonight on the field.
Carey Panthers averaging 56 points a game. Opponents are only averaging 11 against Carey, so Carey a lot of offense and a lot of defense for Garden Valley. They've scored about 330 points on the season and on giving up 164. For Carey, a few injuries coming in, guys. Maddox Miller was questionable for this game, but he is out. He was cleared, but they didn't feel totally comfortable playing their 6 foot, 180 junior quarterback. So he's going to be sitting this game, and that's a big deal for Garden Valley, as Maddox Miller has played a lot this season for the Wolverines.
That's right, and it took the Wolverines a little bit to decide on him, but he carried them for a bit here, and now they'll have to rely on somebody else. And they do have that experience. Like I say, they were working 5 quarterbacks at the beginning of the season. It'll be interesting tonight to make that switch in this game.
And for Carey, no significant injuries. Got a chance to talk to John Saili. And, John, he grew up in Carey, everyone. 2 sons on the team. He's got junior and freshman on the team. He learned a lot from Coach K right here, Coach Kirkland. And he played for Coach Kirkland and Coach Kirkland's dad.
Yeah, I think we learned a lot from each other. John played for my dad in his freshman and sophomore year, and myself in a junior and senior year. And a great head coach. He's doing some amazing things for the Carey Panthers, and excited to be here tonight for sure.
And John Seeley, he coaches, he calls the offense. Coach Durchie calls the defense. Of course, Coach Durchie's a 20-year veteran. Got a chance to talk to him before the game. What a great dude, Coach Kirkland.
He is amazing. I went to ISU with him back in the day as classmates, getting our teaching degrees, and glad he showed up in Carey so long ago and joined the staff. He is a great defensive coach, and you don't know where they're coming from when he's calling it.
Love it. And then, Coach Saili, he mentioned that he also has DJ Park. He's in his 2nd year. And he's a former All-State linebacker and state champion from 2017 team. DJ Park is a great weapon to have if you're a Carey Panthers player.
He is. He's got on immensely the last 2 seasons, and he knows Coach Durchie's system as he played for him in the state championship in 2017, winning the title there, and a great addition to the coaching staff for sure.
Also had a great opportunity to talk to Coach Yearsley. He's talked about the culture of this Wolverines team. They've been dealt a bad hand this season, everybody. They lost their AD before the season started, and they didn't get a full season due to smoke and other issues. They had to travel a lot. We heard those stories about how they were camping just to get to games. Grilling burgers after dark was Coach Yearsley and his coaching staff. They also, they had chances to bond, right? They hit Lava Hot Springs. They even spent a night at one of the coach's sister's homes out here in East Idaho. And they only had 2 home games all season. So Coach Yearsley, he liked those opportunities. It helped them grow, helped them bond together as a family. He said it taught them to take hits and to keep going, work through issues, solidified them as a team, and taught them life lessons and some mental strength that has no doubt helped them as the season has gone on.
For sure, and I've known Coach Yearsley for a long time and coached against him forever, and he is a great man. He's a great coach, and got a great program. He was real excited this season to have 28 players out, and felt like they were really coming together as family. And those camping trips, Coach Yearsley was flipping the pancakes, frying the bacon, and serving his team. He said it was a great time. They planned those, and it did help them come together. And look at them. Here they are in the semifinals.
Here they are, no doubt. Of course, has elected to defer, so Carey will receive the ball in the first quarter. But, they lost the Council earlier in the season, Coach, and Coach Yearsley says that taught them a lot. And then they lost against Tri-Valley. They played better in that game. He said they didn't fold like they had against Council. They learned to stick with it in that game, and showing that this is really anybody's game. And they use those life lessons, learned in those matchups, to get the win against Council.
Right, and that shows you that.
Get set to kick off as we get started in this 1A semifinal matchup. Wolverines, Panthers, as the ball is kicked out of bounds.
we've seen that already earlier this evening with Alvarado, a young man from Dietrich. And, Garden Valley's got one as well. So good kicking this evening.
So Carey will start at the 20-yard line, not the 25. Got a little excited. That's more college, NFL. So high school starts at the 20-yard line, and Carey will start in shotgun, putting a man from left to right on the line as he takes it himself as the quarterback, tries to get outside, bounces off a defender, and finally brought down a 30-yard line. That's going to be a first down. First play of the game is a first down for Carey. That's number 1 on the quarterback keeper, Preston Wood.
And number 24, Trevor Korn, a leading tackler on the Garden Valley team with the tackle there. He's 136 tackles. Goodness, that's a lot of tackles for only 9 games this season.
7 sacks for Korn, Trevor Korn, again breaking into the top 10 names.
Players, guys, tonight. QB Preston Wood, of course, who we already called his name. Madden Perks, Gabe Saili, Matt Young, running back, who we just called, and Stockton Sears, a DB, and then Will Park on the offensive line and linebacker leads the team in tackles for this Carey Panthers team.
And Rex Fackrell, the tallest guy of the evening, 6'5", 225 on that tackle there on Young.
Wood is in the shotgun, motions a man from left to right. He'll hand that ball off. He's got a lead blocker coming to our near side, cuts around the corner, and nice run there. Should be enough for the first down. It is.
And that's Yearsley with showing some speed on the edge there, taking that away. Yearsley with 85 tackles on the season, and the second leading tackler on the Wolverine squad.
And Max Yearsley, that's coach's son, one of the key players for this Wolverines team, along with Trevor Korn, Tyler Rowland, Payson Kelly. Wood will take it himself. Quarterback keeper, he gets to the outside. He's got green grass. Can he beat that man? No, he won't. And he goes out of bounds at about the 32-yard line. Nice run by Preston Wood.
And Tristan Leslie, the junior, number 4, taking the edge away there, not letting Preston Wood cut that up and finish the touchdown, honestly. There's a lot of grass in front of him there.
On offense, Coach Saili said if they come out in a 2-5, again, if the Wolverines come out in a 2-5, they wanted to pound that ball. Again, their average score for this Carey offense is 56-11. So far, it's been mostly Preston Wood on this offensive drive. Takes a snap under center. It's a play action. Looking for someone. He finds someone to the far sideline. Heavily covered. That ball is caught out of bounds, incomplete. Will bring up 2nd and 10 for the Panthers. 10-11 as we've just gotten started into this opening quarter of action.
Yeah, Wood taking a long shot down the field to Gabe Saili, 6 foot 172 junior. 6 touchdown catches on the year for Saili. Brings up a 2nd and 10.
So good coverage there from the Wolverines secondary. And Wood in the shotgun once again with a running back on his left hip. That is A.J. Black. A.J. Black gets a block. Wood throws it downfield to the far sideline. That ball is caught. Great throw from Preston Wood. Solid catch from Matthew Young.
And Matthew Young breaking free on the outside there, kind of on a large V route. Separating himself from the defense there just enough and keeping his toes in bounds. That was pretty close.
Yeah, Wood got that pass just where only Matthew Young could catch it before Matthew Young went out of bounds. So here they're in the red zone. Wood under center, surveys the defense. It'll be a handoff to the near side. Lowers the shoulder, and good tackle there from the Wolverines. That was number 28 on the carry, Stockton Sears.
And Rex Fackrell making that tackle, number 12. Sears low on his shoulder there.
About 2 minutes, 30 seconds ticked off the clock in this first quarter. Preston Wood in the shotgun. Matthew Young on his left hip. He's going to hand it off once again to Stockton Sears, but he's just short of the touchdown, gets to about the 1 yard line. Another great run from the junior running back.
Right, and Keegan Welsh, 5'11", 175 junior on the tackle there. 3rd and 1. A little tush-push action, and the yellow flags fly. There's got to be movement on that one. The Panthers will back up 5 yards.
A lot of times when you're doing those goal line plays, you want to get going, right, Coach? You want to move that ball and get into the end zone, and someone moved a little bit too soon.
Yeah, Preston got a little excited there. Need to make sure everybody's set first. 3rd and 6.
3rd and goal on the 6 yard line. And, you know, these semifinals matchups, we talked about this in the previous game, can be a little bit more nerve-wracking than the championship matchup.
Yeah, this is the big game. This is the one that matters to give yourself a chance at getting a ring and a banner.
Wood scrambles after taking the shotgun pass. He got a man open. Touchdown! Panthers strike first.
Now the offensive line giving Preston a little bit of extra time there, and himself using his legs to separate, and hitting a wide open A.J. Black for 6. That is A.J.'s 5th receiving touchdown on the season.
So they'll go for 2. The Panthers will after the 6-0 Carey Panthers lead with 8:31 to go in the first quarter.
For quality and affordable electric repair and services in Carey, call Dusty's Electric. For Privet's generators, pumps to make sure your home and office is wired and running smoothly. Dusty Electric offers 24-hour service. Let owner Dusty Simpson and his years of professional experience show you why Dusty's Electric is worth the call. Hit them up at 208-721-2088 today. Dusty's Electric is a proud supporter of Carey Athletics and wants to wish the Panthers good luck at state. All-state agent Heather Kelly is proud to serve the Garden Valley area. Heather lives and works in the local community, and with lots of local insurance advice, she is someone you can count on to protect all that's good in your life. Call All-State agent Heather Kelly at 208-343-3972 for a quote. Heather and her team want to wish the Wolverines good luck.
So pretty easy drive there, Coach, to start the game for the Carey Panthers.
Yeah, pretty methodical, moving it in a variety of different directions, running, passing, and able to find the end zone there, which is what the Panthers have done a lot this season on their first opening drive, and that's a good way to start, and that conversion adds up to 8.
A lot of times in 8-man football, you see a healthy dose of running. On that one, I liked how they used that play action to their advantage and got the touchdown after using a heavy dose of running.
So Eddie Gamino kicking that ball deep, and it takes a gnarly, wonderful bounce into the end zone.
Yeah, that ball almost bounced out of bounds, Coach.
It wanted to, yeah, and it self-corrected. I think it had one of those systems in it like our cars, and went through the end zone. So Garden Valley will start on the 20-yard line.
So again, here at ICCU Dome, 8:31 to go in the first quarter. Joel Richardson with Coach Lane Kirkland and my East Idaho Prepcast partner and insider Sean Kane. It's great to be with you all tonight. Garden Valley Wolverines now take over on offense as they are down to the Carey Panthers 8-0 semifinal matchup. Winner of this game goes to the 1A championship match against Dietrich. Quarterback under center hands it off, follows his lead blocker. He'll get a couple yards, not a bad start for this Wolverines offense.
And that's Will Park, leading Panther tackler, number 40, coming up with the stop there, only a 2-yard gain. Finding big Trevor Korn's shoelaces to make that tackle.
So 2-yard gain, brings up 2nd and 8, ball on the 22-yard line, on the Wolverines' 22-yard line, going right to left as we see it and as you hear it. Handoff from Tyler Rowland. Goes a few more yards, and that'll make it 3rd and manageable, about 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5.
That's right, and A.J. Black reading that as the inside linebacker, once again taking a dive at the shoelaces. Not interested in getting run over by What do we got? 225 pounds? What do we got?
That's a lot of pounds there, Coach.
That's a big dude, yeah, 220.
Quarterback under center is Roland. Roland puts Gavin Pierce in motion. He hands it off. Nice run there. I think they're going to give him the first down there on the forward progress. Good strong run there from who else but Trevor Korn.
Yeah, and Trevor Korn, the leading rusher on the team with 869 yards on 120 carries and 12 touchdowns. Main ball carrier for the Wolverines for sure.
Trevor Korn, yeah, definitely with the bell cow of this Wolverines offense all season. They're gonna need him to have a great game tonight to match up with this Carey Panthers defense. Another handoff to Korn. Korn up that left side. That B gap and a few more yards there for the Wolverines. So it's not fast, but it's steady, Coach.
Yeah, it's steady, and there's some gains on each of those. Will Park again on the tackle.
And when you're 6', 220, it's hard to bring down it's hard to bring you down.
Yeah, you need to.
One of the keys of the game for this Wolverines team is being patient, not forcing plays. So far, so good for this offense. Roland hands it off. They try to change direction, but the Panthers get in the backfield. Ball is on the ground. Are they going to call it play dead? Looks like they will. So loss of yards to get back to the original line of scrimmage. That's going to bring up 3rd and 10.
And that's big John Harmon weighing his own 220, blowing through the line there, making a tackle right at the merge point of the handoff.
There was nowhere to go for Korn there on the left side, so he tried to switch direction and go to that right side, and nothing going there. Great defense from the Panthers. 3rd and 10. Quarterback under center. It's going to be a screen pass to the near sideline. It's caught, but it's not going to be enough for the first down, but good positive yards. Pass to Max Yearsley.
Yeah, Max Yearsley, the leading receiver on the team, the quickest individual on the team for sure. And Eddie Gamino and Stockton Sears for the Panthers closing on that to keep it manageable on a 4th and 5. We'll see what the Panther defense dials up here.
7 minutes down in the first quarter. Panthers lead 8-0 here in the ICCU Dome. For less than 5 minutes to play. Roland under center, he's going to throw it, and he's not going to be sacked. He breaks, rolls out of the tackle, goes the near side, and ball falls incomplete. But there may be a flag on that play. We'll see what the flag is. Roland almost gets sacked, rolls out of it, spins out of the tackle, and tries to get something going, but can't. Ball falls incomplete.
Yeah, a lot of pressure by Eddie Gamino, the senior, quick senior, coming off the defensive end position there, chasing them all over the field. And we got targeting.
So yeah, on that tackle on miscue, and now first down on the 50-yard line.
Eddie Gamino at that defensive end position, really quick and low to the ground, and been a good harasser for the Panthers all season long.
Roland takes it himself under center. Usually use those as like QB sneak when you're in the 1-yard line, Coach, but they went for it on the 50-yard line, and they got 8 yards.
Yeah, not many times you expect that on a first down, but wow, picked up $8 right there.
So Garden Valley using their key players, Tyler Rowland and Trevor Korn, a healthy amount so far this game. Coach Yearsley also said one of his key players is the entire offensive line.
They are big.
Rowland under center once again. He'll hand it off to Korn. Korn right up the middle, and we'll get the first down and a few more yards inside the 40-yard line to about the 41.
So Coach Yearsley being really patient, sticking to the game plan here, and that's hard to do went to score a lot of points in games.
And that was one of Yearsley's keys to the games, was controlling the ball. He said time with the ball will be the greatest advantage to keep this game manageable. Like you said, Coach, keep the ball out of the hands of the Carey offense, who they know how to score and score fast.
Right.
So good patience so far from Yearsley. Now Roland in the shotgun, puts a man in motion, fakes the handoff. He'll take it himself. He pitches it to Korn, and Korn gets a few more yards than Roland would have, so it worked out. Gain of about 2, 3-13 and counting in the first quarter.
That was like a half a shovel pass right there. It went forward about a yard and 3/4.
Yeah, almost looked like it was going to be an ineligible pass, if you will.
Yeah.
But kept it just behind his pass, just behind him to
and
keep
behind
it
the
clean.
line of scrimmage too.
Right. So 2nd and 8, 2:47 and counting to play in the first. Now this looks like that's Trevor Korn in the Wildcat. He's going to throw. Trying to get out of trouble. He is able to get back, I think, to the line of scrimmage, if not losing a yard. And who was that with the
22?
So it was 20. Okay, Payson Kelly, who they like to change up their quarterbacks under center. And Payson Kelly, another one of their key players in this game.
Yeah, Kelly, only a freshman, but, I mean, he's a big-looking fella. I mean,
well, that's why I thought it was Trevor Korn going under center like a Wildcat.
I mean, I'm not excited to tackle Kelly if it's 20 degrees outside. I can tell you that right now.
And he's staying in there, a quarterback. He has taken reps throughout the season. 5 or 6 Wolverines have been in the quarterback spot all year. So rotations here and a couple of dimples in the offense.
Payson Kelly takes the low snap. He'll throw to the near sideline. Falls incomplete. Good idea on the fade route, but that'll bring up 4th and 9 for the Wolverines. So they go away from that patience that we were talking about, Coach. They go away from the run game up the middle, and they don't get much progress on those last 2 plays.
Right, and like I say, it takes a lot of discipline to continue that. I think we'll see some more of that heavy run throughout the night here, but 9 yards to pick up on a 4th down with a run team in front of us. We'll see what they go to here.
I think that's Roland back in at quarterback and the shotgun. 5-step drop. It's going to be a screen play. That ball's intercepted, and he's going to go. He's got to beat one man all the way, 20-10. He fumbles the ball. It's picked up by his own player. Touchdown, Carey.
And that's Will Park on the fumble, on the interception, and scooped up by companion Gabe Saili about the 6 or 7 yard line. Not sure. It's
kind of a play Boise State runs, I think, you know.
That's right.
It was a double play.
A little trick play.
So old teams for 10 or 12 plays, they're going to make a mistake, and that happened right there. Handoff to Matt Young on the extra point, and goes nowhere. Running off to the left there, met at the line by a host of Wolverines. Trevor Korn, another good tackle right there. So the score is 14-0 with 1:29 left in the first quarter.
John's Heating is a family-owned business that has been serving the Wood River Valley since 2001, offering the very best Lexlon has to offer for all your heating and cooling needs. Go Panthers from everyone at John's Heating. Severance Sand and Gravel can take care of your concrete, gravel, topsoil, and sand needs. Severance Sand and Gravel are big Garden Valley fans and excited to cheer on the Wolverines in today's game.
So it was we have to give the credit to Saili, who scored the touchdown, but it was all started by A.J. Black, right, Coach? Or who picked off that throw?
It was Will Park.
Will Park. So Will Park picks off the throw, is trying to get around, I think that was Tyler Rowland, the quarterback, and as he's trying to get around Rowland and waiting for his block, he fumbles the ball. Saili picks it up, scores the touchdown. So Saili gets the credit for the touchdown, but Will Park gets the interception.
Will Park, middle linebacker, snuffs that one out. Eddie Gamino set to kick off. number 11, the lone setback, Cody Aaron. Did I get that right?
And they are going to start at about the 5-yard line on this kickoff. And he was looking for his blocker, but Guardian Cap kicker ran through his blocker. That was number 14, Brody Quillen.
Brody Quillen.
My
Smashing
goodness.
through the blocker, Joel. Wow.
Yeah, he took out the blocker to get that tackle, and that's got the Carey fans fired up.
He had about a 50-yard run to build up some steam there.
So with 1:21 to play in the first quarter, Carey Panthers lead 14-0. The Wolverines were marching steadily until they, on that 4th and 9, threw the pick six / scoop and score. Gives us a 14-0 score. Now Wolverines take over inside their own 20. Under center rolling. He hands off to Korn. Korn tries to get inside outside. Good run from Korn. Again, usually positive yards when Korn is running the football, Coach.
It was a different scheme on that one, kind of a cutback lane with a pulling guard to come back here to our left side, their left side, and picked up a few more yards for a manageable 2nd and 6.
Another key to the game for this Wolverines team was not letting Carey get up early. Well, so far they are up early, 14-0. Roland under center, managing this offense. Puts his man in motion. He hands it off to that man in motion. Cuts inside, nice moves.
First play, picking that up and getting off their blocks to make that tackle.
15 seconds until this first quarter ends. And we'll get one more playoff before we hit the second. Roland, once again under center, he'll take it himself. Tries to sneak through that B gap. And we'll get the first down, and that'll take us to the end of the first quarter. Carey Panthers leading 14-0. Let's recognize some sponsors, Sean.
Clear Creek Disposal in Blaines County's preferred provider of waste and recyclable hauling, located and owned and operated by Go D family. Clear Creek Disposal is a multi-generational company offering the highest level of service knowledge available in the industry for taking outstanding care of customers and improving recycling awareness to providing excellent employee opportunities and running an effective truck fleet. Clear Creek is dedicated to providing outstanding services at all levels of its operation. Go Panthers from Clear Creek Disposal. Looking for the perfect mountain getaway? Call Garden Valley Homes and Land in beautiful Garden Valley, Idaho. Local agents you can trust to help with you with every step of the way. The road home starts with Garden Valley Homes and Land. Call 208-462-6102 or visit their website at gardenvalleyhomesandland.com to schedule an appointment. Those fallen.
Yeah.
As we get set to start the second quarter, want to shout out, talk to Jason Yearsley, head coach of the Garden Valley Wolverines. And he wanted to shout out their new AD, Ryan Williams. He was hired late, did so much work to get them games. Of course, we already talked in the pregame how hard it was for Garden Valley to get games. They did end the season 7-2 overall, 3-2 in league. But Ryan Williams did a great job getting them games and has been so supportive of this program. And then he also wanted to shout out the players' moms. They've had to travel a lot this season and they provided food, dinners, and for travels.
Yeah, what would we do in this world without our moms?
100%. Under center, Tyler Rowland hands it off to number 45, Marshall Coley. First time we've called his name tonight. Positive run for about 4 yards.
And number 87, Luke Oquistapace, on the tackle there.
Also in on the stop was number 97, Luke
Oquistapace, another fan favorite in terms of names.
An Italian name.
An Italian name. Love it.
Oquistapace.
It's awesome. Handoff, another handoff down the middle. Flags coming in. This may be coming back for the Wolverines. That was another run by Marshall Coley.
Yeah, they're signaling a hold on that play. Nose tackle Luke Oquistapace blowing through the line there and a little bit too aggressive for the Wolverines and grabbed him.
Oquistapace. I really want to do a Quista Pace, Coach. I like the Italian.
Let's do it. Yeah.
That's sweet. A Quista Pace.
We'll get some pepperoni coming here
That's
soon.
right. Luque, should we call him Luque? Luque, a Quista Pace.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Love it. That's great. So Quista Pace tries to come through the middle, and too much to handle for that Wolverines offensive line. And when you can't handle, you hold. Roland under center. Single back. Wide receiver on his
edge, defensive end, grab and hold those legs, and didn't even give the quarterback a chance to think about throwing that downfield. This brings up a really long third down. I would say a 3rd and, 25.
Yeah, 3rd and 21 on their own 13-yard line with 10:35. Just a couple minutes, minute 30 ticked off in this second quarter. Panthers leading 14-0. Need a big play here from the Wolverines to stay in this game. 3rd and 26. Roland in shotgun. 3-step drop. He's going to look long. He throws long to the far sideline and just overthrows his man. Had him open. Three guys on him, but he found that space, that soft part in that zone. But ball falls incomplete. 4th and 26.
All right, ball just overthrown there as the pressure's coming. Releasing that ball to Yearsley, the main receiver from the Wolverines.
It's 4th down, 26 yards to go from the 8-yard line.
And Preston Wood set back to receive the punt, a dangerous man.
Definitely number 7, Trustin Brown, set to punt. That ball is blocked. It goes into the end zone, and that is going to be called. That's a safety, right? That is a safety, Coach.
It's a safety.
So a blocked punt in the end zone turns into a safety, and the Panthers continue to grow their lead 16-0 and will receive the kickoff.
Yeah, a break for the Panthers there, putting 2 more on the board, make up for that lost extra point. 2 or 3 guys on the Panthers flying through there to get their hands on the ball, and we went right out of bounds.
Well, we had onside kicks in the last game, and now we've got a safety. We've hit them all tonight, guys. Interceptions, fumbles, safeties, onside kicks. I mean, we've hit all the big kind of plays, and it's only the second quarter here.
Sean, let's recognize a sponsor.
For quality and affordable electrical repair and services in Carey, call Dusty's Electric. For privets, generators, pumps to make sure your home or office is wired and runs smoothly, Dusty's Electric offers 24-hour service. Let our owner, Dusty Simpson, and his years of professional experience show you why Dusty's Electric is worth the call. Hit them up, 208-721-2088 today. Dusty's Electric is a proud supporter of Carey Athletics and wants to wish the Panthers good luck at state.
Just saw a score, boys. Kendrick defeats Logos 52-26.
Wow. Wow, that's a big comeback from earlier in the season.
Right.
Kendrick going for a 4-peat now.
And of course, Kendrick previously in 1A D2. Now they're in 2A, right?
Right.
As all the classifications have all moved up one. Of course, here is 1A, and Kendrick moved up, but 2 slots to join the 1A ranks. Excuse me, the 2A ranks. So set to kick off is Trustin Brown on the 20-yard line. Again, after the safety in their own end zone from the blocked punt. Kick to about the 30-yard line, taken. Lots of room to run. Get downfield. He gets to the outside. This is number 11 on the run, A.J. Black, and finally brought down in the Wolverine territory on the 40-yard line. Coach Kirkland, what did you see?
I think if A.J. Black would have ran straight through that hole, it was be untouched right there. Just trying to do all he can there, and overthought that just a little bit. But a good return nonetheless to the 40-yard line, and a good start in Wolverine territory.
Most of you know here on the broadcast, but Coach Kirkland coached at Carey for a few years. And so as the coach up here, he was telling A.J. Black to go right down the middle. Just use that head of steam that you already have, but trying to follow his blockers as a good football player does.
Once a coach, always a coach.
No doubt. Run up the middle for a first down. Nice run there from Carey Panthers inside the 30-yard line.
And a stop there by number 15, Keegan Welch. Matt Young looking for just a little more yardage there, following his blockers and finding
Now this is going to be taken by Garden Valley, their first time out of the half. John?
Severance, sand, and gravel can take care of your concrete. Gravel, topsoil, and sand needs. Severance, sand, and gravel are big Garden Valley fans and are excited to cheer on the Wolverines. With lots of local insurance advice, she is someone you can count on to protect all that's good in your life. Call Allstate agent Heather Kelly, 208-343-3972 for a quote. Heather and her team want to wish the Wolverines good luck.
Another score update, guys. Eagle leading Coeur d'Alene 14-0 in the third quarter. A little surprised, Sean, by that score?
Yeah, that's interesting fight.
That's Preston Wood takes in the shotgun snap, throws to the outside, and tries to get extra yards. Good yards after catch, but brought down after about a gain of 7.
right, great catch by Stockton Sears and corralled over there by number 4, Tristan Leslie, as there was a lot of green grass and a great outside block by number 15, just rolling down the field.
Here in this broadcast tonight, both earlier and now in this game, we love ourselves a good block that springs free the running, obviously, and the catching. Run up the middle. Nice shimmy shake there from the running back. Man, he's been running so well tonight.
Yeah, it's Eddie Gamino on the run, carry right up the center there. He doesn't get a lot of those, especially right up the middle there. He's more of an outside Julian Edelman kind of dude. Number 15, Keegan Welsh making the tackle, a saving tackle.
Gamino on the left hip of Preston Wood. Wood in the shotgun, takes the snap. Gamino goes out for a throw. He's that release. Ball is thrown into the end zone. Touchdown. Nice, just quick slant to the middle. That's Gabe Saili with the touchdown catch.
And that's Gabe Saili's number 7 touchdown catch of the season. Saili, the oldest son of Coach John Saili. Tongan name is Saili family.
Wood under center for the 2-point conversion. 5-6 step drop. He'll throw to his release valve. That's number 2, Eddie Gamino. Gamino gets in, almost untouched. 2 more points for the Panthers, and they lead 24-0.
And that's Eddie Gamino's strength out there to catch that ball on the flat and then make some moves because he is quick and low to the ground.
John's Heating is family-owned business that has been serving the Wood River Valley since 2001, offering the very best that Lexon has to offer for all your heating and cooling needs. Go Panthers from everyone at John's Heating.
So in the second, 8:56 in the second quarter, Gabe Saili hauls in a 10, 12-yard touchdown catch thrown by Preston Wood. And then the 2-point conversion is good, giving us 24-0. Before that, that was the blocked punt by Carey in the Wolverines end zone. Ended up in a safety. That made it 16-0. And then before that, we had that 65-yard pick / scoop and score. Saili scored, but Will Park got the INT, made it 14-0. And our first touchdown of the game was a 6-yard touchdown catch by A.J. Black, thrown by Preston Wood once again. 2-point conversion was good, 8-0. Was that first score of the game, bringing us to a total of 24-0 in the first half. Lots of scoring, Coach, from Carey.
Yeah, and that last possession is kind of like an and one there. Possession worth 10 points if you count that safety
right
there. So a little additional math going on. So Eddie Gamino ready for the kickoff.
Nice squib kick from Gamino, and that's going to bounce to about the 5-yard line. Retrieved. Run to our near side, trying to switch directions, and almost breaks through. Decent run there from number 8, I believe, Ezra Marchin. Maybe.
I think that was 11. Cody Cody Perrin.
Oh, number 11, that's right, Cody
yeah.
Perrin.
Yeah, he was a shoestring away from going a long, long ways on that one.
Those numbers kind of blend together, that 1 and 1. Probably should get my eyes checked there, Coach.
Yeah,
Sheesh.
You got your glasses on.
I do. Apparently they're not working.
What,
Joel,
try
the
mine
only
too?
one with glasses.
Right? Who can't see? Who can't distinguish 8 from 11?
Yeah.
Roland under center. He'll take it himself to the left side through the middle of that B gap, but really not going anywhere. They do get a gain of about 2, almost 3 yards. So looked like nothing there, Coach, but got 3 yards.
Yep.
Bring up 2nd and 7.
Still loving that quarterback sneak, which is still giving them some gains, which is important in this game right now, as the Wolverines need some positives to put on the board.
Yeah, Wolverines would like to have that same offensive possession drive earlier in the first quarter. We're up the middle by Korn. He meets some tacklers in the second level, and that'll bring up a 3rd and manageable, 3rd and short for the Wolverines. 8:03 to play in the second quarter. Ball on the 32-yard line.
And that was number 17, Dawson Olson, at 140 pounds, crashing into Korn there to slow him down. Slung enough for the rest of them to pounce.
Yeah, you really got to gang tackle Korn.
No doubt. Roland under center. Hands it off once again to Korn. Korn bounces outside. Nice run. That'll be enough for the first down by Trevor Korn.
So Coach Yearsley going back to the ground, Joel, on this possession, doing what works and hoping he can get it another 60 yards and get some points on the board.
And it's what we saw in the last game, guys, right? Tri-Valley realized we can't give the ball. We want to come back in this game, but if we keep throwing it, we're just going to give the ball back to Diedrich. And I wonder if Yearsley doing the same thing. We can't just give the ball back. Let's run our game, run that ball, keep the ball in our hands. Roland under center, wide receiver on the top left. Hands off to Korn. Korn goes outside, bowls over a tackler, would-be tackler. They do make the tackle. That was number 17 on the tackle, Dawson Olson. But Trevor Korn, takes the tackler with him and bring up 2nd and about 3.
Yeah, and Coach Yearsley would love nothing more to run this clock for 6 minutes and 55 more seconds to get a score.
So they converted on that 3rd down earlier, which was one of their keys, convert on 3rd and 4th downs. When this game got out of hand, it was not converting on the 4th down when it was a pick 6 scoop and score. Long throw to the outside, receiver trips over himself. That pass was intended for Max Yearsley, and that'll bring up 3rd and 3. I like the decision, Coach. It's 2nd and 3. Why not go for a long shot?
Yeah. When they're gaining 3 and 4 yards over Carey, he might as well take a shot here out to Yearsley, running a good V route there. It looked like kind of got tripped up on the turf. You know, sometimes this
that turf
this
monster, right?
This new surface is you're not used to it.
Of course, ICCU doing a great job putting a lot of money into this field. Trevor Korn takes the handoff. We'll go left side and continue to bulls defenders over.
Movies, you always bring popcorn. Football, you bring Trevor Korn.
Trevor Korn.
Yeah.
He is a fun running back to watch. Reminds me a little bit, and this is going to age me a little bit, reminds me a little bit of kind of Jerome Bettis. The bus, he could not be stopped, right? He just would keep running.
Herschel Walker vibes coming from him,
right?
From Korn, yeah.
He just keeps rolling.
A big backer. Roland under center, and he'll take it himself. Excuse me, that was not Roland. That was number 22, Payson Kelly, who comes in. Again, freshman getting a lot of touches this year for this Wolverines offense.
And Wolverines doing a good job controlling the clock and continuing to move the sticks here. It is a 2nd down.
Number 11, Cody Perrin, subs out. And again, under center is the freshman Payson Kelly, 6'1", 190 freshman. Hands it off, and he's shoestring tackled. Nice tackling there from the Panthers. And from 2nd and 7 to about 3rd and about the same, maybe 1. No, they're going to give him no yardage gain. So 3rd and 7, 5:18 to play in the first half on the Panthers' 47-yard line. Let's see what the Wolverines offense can do here on this 3rd and 7, trying to convert.
Yeah, an important drive for the Wolverines here.
Roland is back in under center. It's going to be a screen pass to the outside. tries to make his man miss. And Panthers tacklers, 4 or 5 hats to the ball. Nice coverage from the Panthers defense.
And Sears not letting them get too much space there. Closing on Yearsley. He was a great receiver and a quick kid out in space.
So 4th and 3 for the Wolverines. Like Coach said, this is an important drive here as they're down 24-0 and the clock is ticking as we're about 4:30 and counting to play in this first half. Wolverines need a big play here to convert.
I'm going to call a tush push.
Rolling under center, Korn behind him. And it's going to be a handoff to Korn, and he almost trips over his own man, tries to make something happen. He cannot. They will not convert on 4th down. A blown-up play from the beginning.
Number 97, Luca Quistapace, crawling in there and slowing the whole thing down, putting a roadblock while the rest of the Panthers come riding for a big 4th down stop.
It's really a case of, you know, you have running backs and you go thunder and lightning. It's kind of like a game like that. Garden Valley is definitely the thunder, you know, the slow and steady, and then Carey is the lightning. They're just fast on defense and offense.
So Carey will take over on their own 46-yard line with 4:10 to play before halftime, up 24-0. Wood in the shotgun, running back on his left hip. He's got a blocker to his right. He wants to throw downfield. He does. Single coverage. They're tied up, and ball falls incomplete, just overthrown by Preston Wood. Pass was intended for number
28.
Okay, that was number 28, Stockton Sears. So a couple players on this team, Coach, have those extra padding on those helmets, those Guardian caps.
Right, and when Coach Saley took over, he wanted to incorporate those in practice on every kid, and some chose to continue to wear them in the game, which is important. Both Eddie Gamino and Stockton Sears wearing those who've had concussions before, and just that extra protection there in practice, and it's helped them a lot to stay healthy.
Right on. If anything can help us continue to play this wonderful game, let's do it. Preston Wood fakes the handoff, takes himself to the far side. Stiff arms a guy, cuts inside now. I think he ran more east-west than north-south, Coach.
He did, trying to find a gap there, and Yearsley comes up to make the tackle. So Preston Wood really shifty, and a great stiff arm there to break free. Otherwise, it was going to be game over.
So Wood, after bouncing outside, stiff arms, tries to cut in as a bevy of tacklers were coming out and make something happen out of a little bit. Brings up 3rd and 3, 3:20 and counting to play before halftime on the 47-yard line. See if they can convert here on 3rd and 3. Empty backfield for Wood. It's a screen play to the near side. Pass caught by Gabe Saili, and Saili gets the first down just enough. Nice play by Saili after that catch.
And Keegan Welsh, another tackle in the open field, number 15 for the Wolverines. Carey likes to spread the ball around to a lot of different players on the team and kind of keep everyone guessing the variety of different weapons.
Eddie Gamino comes out. We'll take a breather. Number 28, Stockton Sears at the top. You got 3 receivers at the top, 3 blockers, 3 linemen, hands down. Wood in the shotgun with a man on his left hip. That's number 11, A.J. Black. Pass is caught, thrown and caught by number 6, Gabe Saili. Continues to make guys miss, and finally brought down inside the 20. There's a flag on the play back at the 40-yard line. We will see what the call is.
Looks like tap to the head, a legal man downfield, what I'm seeing from official in front of us here.
So the lineman, got too far downfield, right, Coach, as the play was still developing.
Got excited, looking for someone to block. But doesn't hurt him too bad, though. It backs the Panthers up about 4.5 yards.
So 1st and 15 on their own 48-yard line. They were on, they're still on the Wolverines' side of the field, but now on the 48-yard line. 2:32 as the clock stopped for that penalty before halftime. The clock starts. Wood takes the snap, Three-step drop in the shotgun, throws it out to number 11, A.J. Black. A.J. Black almost fumbles the ball, recovers it before it hits the ground, and he gets back almost to the original line of scrimmage.
Looked like it slipped out of his hands, and he's like, "Give me here, get back here." Grabbed it just in time as Trevor Korn was closing in a hurry. I think that was Trevor Korn.
So 2nd 11. Now if this was college or NFL, we'd have the 2-minute timeout. But this is high school. This is 8-man football in high school. There's no timeouts at 2 minutes, Coach.
That's right.
we continue to play.
We have our local sponsors taking care of this.
That's right. 1:45 and counting before halftime. 4 wide, 3 at the bottom, 1 at the top. Wood takes the snap. A few steps, drops, and he's going to be sacked in the backfield. Good pressure from number 7, Trustin Brown.
Yeah, Trustin Brown coming off the edge there, rolling through the running back as a blocker there and not taking no for an answer, and Wood not being able to locate him to get away and tackle from behind.
So that'll bring up 3rd and 23. Backed all the way back to Highland High School. Sheesh, ball on the 44-yard line, now on their own 44-yard line. 1:04 and counting before halftime. Wood takes the signal from the sideline. He's in shotgun, takes the snap, 3-step drop once again, bouncing around looking for something. He's going to take it himself. He's got green grass, and he's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage and out of bounds. Runs all the way to about the 41-yard line. Nice run there from Preston Wood when there was nothing going on the pass.
Yeah, good decision there as Garden Valley was backed way up, covering everyone deep, and left a lot of space for Wood to run there. Brings up a 4th and 8. Joel, Panthers have a big decision to make here.
They're up 24-0, but you don't want to give any breathing room to the Wolverines. So 4th and 8, you wonder, they are going to take a timeout. You wonder if you can punt here, Coach, and force the Wolverines, which they haven't been able to do, to march all the way down the field with 45 seconds to play. Let's take a quick timeout. Sean, let's recognize some sponsors.
Clear Creek Disposal in Blaines County's preferred provider of waste and recyclables hauling, locally and operated by the Goodoldi family. And Clear Creek Disposal is a multi-generation company offering the highest level of service and knowledge available in the industry for taking outstanding care of its customers and improving recycling awareness to providing excellent employment opportunities and running an efficient trucking fleet. Clear Creek is dedicated to providing outstanding service at all levels of its operation. Go Panthers from Clear Creek Disposal.
So timeout was called by the Carey Panthers, so 2 timeouts left for both Carey and Wolverine apiece. And great crowd here, Coach. We got a number of Carey fans and Wolverine fans here tonight. We have the Carey Panthers cheerleaders. Just a great crowd here at the ICCU Dome.
Yeah, it's fun to see folks show up here and watch their kids play and continue to support them. Even though both teams are on the road, it's a great atmosphere, and only time you need to put those coats on is when you go out the door.
That's right, which is nice being inside as a snowstorm should be coming through here in Pocatello sometime tonight, tomorrow morning. And Coach, been a fast game so far with 45 seconds left in the half.
Yeah, the clock is ticking down with that heavy run game from the Wolverines, and yeah, we're just about finished with this first half of play.
4 wide receivers wide. He's going to take it himself. Preston Wood to the far side, gets the 30-yard line, makes the man miss, and he will get to the touchdown. 10, 5, 6 for Preston Wood.
Great play call by Coach Saili, trusting in his top running back, top quarterback, top runner, best player on the team, and Preston Wood getting it done. But some great blocks on the outside there, and shivering off one tackler on the way for a great 4th down score when the Panthers needed it to try and put a little bit more separation in this game.
So about a 40-yard touchdown run by Preston Wood. Great moves from Wood to spring free. And here they go for the 2-point conversion. It'll be a direct snap to the quarterback, of course. He'll take it himself. Almost goes untouched. 2-point conversion is good. So Wood making his presence known on that drive.
All right, and Wood, one of those Player of the Year nominees we talked about in the 8-man prep cast the other night. doing it with his legs here, and a very talented individual for sure.
Yeah, I was going to say Wood's footwork is unreal. When he's in the, either he's taking the snap and looking to throw, Wood has great footwork on the field, and it really shows. Like those quick movements and cutbacks makes it look really easy, but it's not easy. Like you have to learn that footwork, and Wood's got it.
And he's definitely put the work in to get there with a lot of time in the weight room, a lot of lunges, a lot of side-to-side action, making sure those knees are strong, because the moves he make are a hard cut, and leaving defenders laying on the turf.
So with 36 seconds left in the half, Preston Wood does it all on that drive, meaning gets a touchdown on the two-point conversion. Obviously had plenty of help, but they score another one, bringing the score to 32-0, so far blanking this Garden Valley Wolverines team. Of course, Garden Valley from the Long Pin Conference, District 3, tonight wearing white tops, white pants, as the ball is kicked and will bounce out of bounds. Good decision by the Wolverines to let it go into the end zone.
Yeah, he wanted to pick that up to just scooted across the line there. That would have been a pretty poor decision if he would have grabbed that there, but smart play by Cody Perrin to let that thing go.
Yeah, that ball almost just stopped right there too, about the 1 yard line. That bounce, I mean, that would have just been devastating if it would have just stopped right there.
And I still would have had to pick it up, right, and tried to make something out of nothing. And so Wolverines will have one, maybe two plays left before half. Curious to see what Jason Yearsley calls up here. Drops back to pass, and ball is intercepted. That's number 28 on the interception, Stockton Sears. He gets a couple blocks, trying to get down the sideline. 10-5 touchdown, but there's a flag thrown almost halfway across the field, Coach.
Yeah, the FAR official, the 53-yard away official, throws a flag, but there were two Garden Valley defenders and one Panther that went flying across the field there to try and make that tackle in time, and all of them missed. So I don't know what he saw from across the Pocatello Valley, but he threw that flag a long ways.
That was an amazing throw. Someone should put him at quarterback.
Yeah, a pump, pass, and kick dude right there.
I mean, that went from the near sideline.
Waved it off.
Okay, so the flag is waved off. He literally threw that from the near sideline all the way to the middle of the field, between the two hashes. So the pick six is good by Stockton Sears. They try to go long. Wolverines try to go long to the far sideline. Stockton Sears tracks it perfectly.
And his focus, Joel, on that catch was incredible. Those two hands were on the ball, picking that out of the air, and then a graceful landing.
So it wasn't a pick six. I'm sorry. He went out of bounds on the 6-yard line, but the pass from Preston Wood at the 6-yard line is good. Completed in the end zone to A.J. Black. We all missed it. We thought he would have gone in, but he had slipped out of bounds apparently at about the 6-yard line. Pass from Wood to Black is good. 38-0. Panthers continue to dominate this game.
Yeah, good play call by Coach Saili on that. Wide receiver wide open in the back of the end zone.
2-point conversion pending. 18 seconds to go before halftime. Wood has a stack to the left side. Running back on his left hip. He's going to take it himself. And he's met, but he's able to push through for the 2-point conversion, making it good. And we are at 40-0.
Wood with a lot of good blocking off to the left side. Pretty much going untouched, walking into the end zone.
Let's take a quick break, Sean, and be right back. You're watching the 1A semifinals, Panthers Wolverines on IdahoSports.com. Welcome back to ICCU Dome. Carey Panthers leading the Garden Valley Wolverines 40-0. 18 seconds to go before halftime. Been all Carey Panthers this half. Garden Valley had a solid drive in that first quarter, early second, but it got stopped. And since then, it's been all Carey this half. As it gets set to kick off, they're going to do a squib kick, a long onside kick, and that's collected safely and successfully by number 5, Tyler Rowland of the Wolverines. So they'll take over with good field position with 15 seconds to go. Wolverines took over with about 20 or so seconds to go, Coach, and they threw the interception. We thought it was a pick 6, but got to the 6-yard line. We thought that would take the half, but it didn't. Panthers were able to get the interception and score one more time.
It didn't, and I think a lot of coaches have been there trying to get a score on the board right before half and trying to get something big, and then it just doesn't go your way and can turn into something a little bit negative. And I've been there myself and tried to get something out of it, and then the other team scores. But you got to try, man. You got to try. You're here to win in the semifinals.
Definitely. So with 15 seconds to go, we got Payson Kelly back in at quarterback and tries to throw the ball. That ball is almost stripped. Is it stripped? It is stripped by number 6 as he was Gabe Saili. As Payson Kelly was trying to throw, Gabe Saili comes in on the tackle and strips the ball from Kelly's hands.
Heads up play. Wow, heads up play. Kelly's trying to throw that ball and almost wind up. Saili is already in his face and reaching for that, and it was stripped out pretty easily.
That's going to be 3 turnovers, I believe, from Garden Valley. And Panthers have scored on every turnover so far tonight, winning the turnover battle and the turnover margin. So with 7 seconds, do they go long? They have 3 wide at the bottom, all bunched together. And Wood is going to go long. And he's got a man with a step, and that ball is going to fall incomplete. That'll do it for this half. Carey Panthers leading the Garden Valley Wolverines by a score of 40-0, blanking them so far. We'll take a quick break, recognize some sponsors, and be back for the halftime show. You're watching the 1A semifinals on IdahoSports.com.
Dear road rivals, every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our no-cost maintenance plan. Nissan and Ford charge extra for maintenance. At Toyota, we take care of our drivers. Join us. Toyota. Toyota. Let's go places.
Let's talk about open enrollment for health insurance. Your Health Idaho's got you covered with all you need to know. Open enrollment is the time of year where you can enroll in or change your health insurance coverage. And Your Health Idaho is the place to go for quality coverage at a lower cost. 25% of enrollees pay $25 or less. Make sure to enroll by December 16th to get covered and save money.
This year, help dreams come true with the Ideal Idaho 529 Education Savings Program. Our easy-to-use tools make it simple to plan for your child's education. With tax benefits, ownership flexibility, Ideal is the perfect way to save for college, trade school, K-12 education, and student loan repayment. Join us at our next webinar to learn more about the 529 plan. Enrolling takes just 15 minutes and you can start with just $25. Visit idsaves.org if you would like to learn more.
Vaping sucks you in quick, and the more you vape, the harder it is to quit. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems. That's why thousands of teens are joining My Life, My Quit. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
At Valleywide Cooperative, we're here when you need us. For 100 years, we have been here to help you with food, fuel, and good old-fashioned advice. And for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life, which is why we pour so much into the communities around us. We've employed hundreds of your neighbors. We take pride in that, and in giving back millions in sponsorships, grants, donations, and scholarships. It's our way of saying thanks. We're Valleywide, and yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
As Idahoans, we're not afraid to take risks.
All the way, all the way. Go. All the way.
Driving under the influence is not a risk we're willing to take. Be around to do more of what you love.
Ads like this keep popping up, but I see through the hype because those vape clouds people claim are just water vapor contain as many as 31 different chemicals, like formaldehyde, the stuff they preserve dead bodies with. And while the flavors sound all harmless, we still have no idea what these ingredients could be doing to our bodies. But I already see vaping for exactly what it is. Get the real facts at BehindTheHaze.com.
Dear Freedom, here's to more miles driven, more dollars saved, and more electrified vehicles than any other brand. Yours, Toyota Hybrids. Toyota, let's go places.
Let's talk about open enrollment for health insurance. Your Health Idaho's got you covered with all you need to know. Open enrollment is the time of year where you can enroll in or change your health insurance coverage. And Your Health Idaho is the place to go for quality coverage at a lower cost. 25% of enrollees pay $25 or less. Make sure to enroll by December 16th to get covered and save money.
We're Valley-wide cooperative. For 100 years, we've been your first choice for residential and commercial propane, fuels, oils, and lubricants. We service HVAC, install water heaters, propane tanks, and accessories. And yes, we'll even deliver right where you need it. Because for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life. We are proud to employ your neighbors and to be a cornerstone of your community. We're Valley-wide. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. We're here for you.
Dear Triathlon, let's take on iconic trails and race straight to the top. What's the point of winning if you can't enjoy the view? Yours, Toyota SUVs. Toyota. Let's go places.
I kind of think of Shelley as like the Justice League. Everyone talks about, Brindley Cannon, but they're kind of like the Justice League. They just have a nice set of characters that back them up.
When it comes to high school sports, East Idaho never gets its due.
I ran into Jeremy Hess, the AD of Grace Lutheran, and, he was just excited. And then, I'm just talking to him and he goes, we have 7 girls. So just amazing.
But the East Idaho Prepcast has changed that, covering the biggest sports stories from Salmon all the way down to Bear Lake.
And again, Grace is always that team just kind of lurking, like, yeah, there's Grace. They, they don't have social media, but you know what? They have footballs, they got grass, they got pads, and they use all those very well.
It's the East Idaho Prepcast with Sean Kane on IdahoSports.com.
At all our local Teton dealerships, we're committed to our no problem philosophy.
No problem means we'll find it, not we don't have it.
No problem means the same fair prices that we've always offered on our new vehicles.
Because when you shop with us, it's always no problem to buy and service your vehicles.
Ads like this keep popping up, but I see through the hype because those vape clouds people claim are just water vapor contain as many as 31 different chemicals, like formaldehyde, the stuff they preserve dead bodies with. And while the flavors sound all harmless, we still have no idea what these ingredients could be doing to our bodies. But I already see vaping for exactly what it is. Get the real facts at BehindTheHaze.com.
At Valley-wide Cooperative, we're here when you need us. For 100 years, we have been here to help you with food, fuel, and good old-fashioned advice. And for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life, which is why we pour so much into the communities around us. We've employed hundreds of your neighbors. We take pride in that, and in giving back millions in sponsorships, grants, donations, and scholarships. It's our way of saying thanks. We're Valley-wide, and yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
Let's talk about open enrollment for health insurance.
Welcome back to IdahoSports.com semifinal matchup. 1A semifinal matchup. Carey Panthers, Garden Valley Wolverines. Carey Panthers, all Carey Panthers in the first half, leading 40-0. And how have we gotten here? Well, it's like we said, it's been a lot of Carey Panthers. 6-yard touchdown catch by A.J. Black. Preston Wood been the great quarterback so far. 2-point conversion is good, 8-0. And after that, man, it was more and more Carey. Carey gets a 65-yard pick / scoop and score. It was an interception by Will Park. And as he's running down this field trying to get that pick 6, he fumbles the ball. And then, was it Gabe Saili picks it up, following his guy, as you should, right, Coach?
Yeah.
And scores, making it 14-0. And then on the ensuing drive by Garden Valley, they end up needing to punt the ball deep in their own end zone. And Carey blocks that punt. The ball bounces out of the end zone, becomes a safety, and that gives them 16-0. Then on their ensuing drive, Carey's Gabe Saili catches a 12-yard touchdown pass from Preston Wood. 2-point conversion is good, makes it 24-0. And then Wood, a massive rush, touchdown rush, 40-yard touchdown run. 2-point conversion is good by Wood as well, makes it 32-0. And then finally, A.J. Black with the 6-yard touchdown catch after an almost pick 6. We thought it was a pick 6.
Yeah.
Ended up not being it was an interception, but not a touchdown. But A.J. Black gets in, 6-yard touchdown catch. Great pass from Wood. 2-point conversion is good, giving us a score of 14-0. That's the scoring drive, Coach. But what have you seen from Carey that has allowed them to be so successful this first half?
You know, they've been pretty patient on defense to hold up to the heavy run game that Trevor Korn has established here, along with others, and Roland and Kelly as well, getting in on the action. Those big 200-pound dudes rolling their way through the line there. But, yeah, the patience to just wait until something stalls out or a mistake is made or, a turnover. We've seen three turnovers this 3, 4. Three, I believe, turnovers in this game so far, and then capitalizing on those mistakes and getting quick scores in return. So the game plan not quite going as Garden Valley wanted so far, and they've controlled the clock, but they haven't put the points up on the board yet, fellas.
Yeah, definitely. The 3 turnovers were kind of the big difference, right? You take away 3 scores, it's a much closer ball game, and 2 interceptions in the fumble recovery by Carey, and then after that, they pretty much scored quickly. Just a couple plays, quick strike offense by Carey, and Garden Valley able to control the ball, but just not able to really put any points and getting the drives to stall. And you really have to credit Carey's defense tonight. Some big plays by offense, but the defense has just been pretty much lights out. Really no defensive errors so far for the Panthers.
Carey averaging on the season 56 points a game, guys, but they're keeping their opponents, to Sean's point, 11 points. And so far, they're blanking the Wolverines tonight, Coach.
Right, and Coach Durchie, a 20-year veteran coach at Carey School, pitching a shutout so far and rallying his troops to the ball and doing what he needs to do to slow those guys down and give the ball back to the offense.
And, you know, some of what's really helped Carey, obviously, tonight and this season, they have a great culture. Coach, of course, you know a lot about their culture, but got to talk to Coach Saili. First of all, what a cool dude. I think you mentioned, Coach, that he's from Polynesian background. Tongan background. Pauly Tongan.
His email is tonganfarmer@gmail.com.
Love it.
Sorry, I gave that out, Coach.
What a dude! Everyone go and hit up Coach Saili right now.
Yeah.
Send him all the memes.
Good luck spelling it.
That's right. But he really credits their how well they've been doing this season to their culture. He talks about it's his family. They treat each other like brothers. No one is above another. All kids. He mentioned, every team has their team dinners, right? Their Thursday night team dinners where you get together, you have some dinner, moms and parents making delicious food. Then you have a film session. All kids show up to those dinners. All kids show up to those film sessions. He says during those dinners, the seniors voluntarily, they're not asked to, they're not forced to, which sometimes you would. I know as a coach, I would say, hey, you know what, seniors? You need to sit with these guys and these guys. These seniors voluntarily sit with the freshmen and the sophomores by choice. And Coach Saili says those freshmen and sophomores learn from those seniors, which is massive for this culture. And then on Wednesdays, Coach Saili mentions that the team goes to the coach's room Wednesday, or is early out for the teachers, right, Coach Kirkland? And then the team, when they have that early out, they'll go to the coach's room and they'll watch film. They'll take notes and they'll put those notes on the board, some of their keys to what the film that they've been watching, and that's all done 100% on their own.
Right, and that's it's been a massive success in keeping the Carey tradition of winning and coming back to championship games on the road. And these kids have really invested a lot of time in that, film study and working together. And I'm telling you, 7 to 8 weeks ago, I really saw these guys come together and find themselves. And the unity and the camaraderie is amazing. And that all starts with coaches, but great leaders as well. And this team has all of those factors, and continuing to keep the tradition alive and rolling here tonight so far.
Yeah, let's talk about that senior leadership really fast. Coach Saley wanted me to shout out Dawson Olson. Dawson Olson, he gives his all on defense. Even though he's not in on offense, a lot of 8-man football, you play both ways. Dawson Olson doesn't, and he knows he's not going to play on offense generally. But if he doesn't give his all, which he does every night, you would be surprised if he doesn't, but he does. And so I had to shout out Dawson Olson tonight. Coach Saley really has appreciated everything Olson has done, gives his all on D, even though he doesn't play offense, and he's a great senior leader.
Right, and if I don't know if we're allowed to say sponsorships on here or not, but if Red Bull was a sponsor, they would pick Dawson Olson because he never stops bouncing off the walls, man. Tons of energy. Love the kid. Coached his dad way back in the day. Coached a lot of these kids' dads back in the beginning of time.
And we have about 38 seconds before we're going to get set to start this third quarter. Sean, do we have any scores to update?
Yeah, Kendrick wins 52-26. Maddox Kirtland has 4 passing TDs, 1 rushing TD. Any relationship there?
Negative. We tried to connect only through Costco, baby.
That's right.
Yeah, the best brand, right? That Kirkland brand.
Mm-hmm.
Just give us back the churros, Coach.
Rigby takes down Rocky Mountain 21-18. So Rigby Trojans will be in the championship. Homedale wins 27-7. Hillcrest beats Lakeland.
That's a come from behind, right, Sean?
Yeah. And Hillcrest beats Lakeland 42-28. Hillcrest scored 27 points in the second half. So huge comeback win for Hillcrest over Lakeland. And right now in the fourth quarter, Eagle is leading Coeur d'Alene 28-7.
Wow.
So surprises, some not. I don't know. But next week's going to be some fun championship football.
And if you missed our game before this, we were all together calling that Dietrich Tri-Valley game. And Dietrich defeated Tri-Valley handily. And so Dietrich will be in the 1A championship game. And right now it's all Panthers. They can smell, Coach, they can smell that championship game. But we still got 24 minutes to play in this game.
We do.
Yeah. And so Carey will get set to kick off. Wolverines, of course, they deferred in the first half, and they will receive in the second. Back to receive, Coach.
It's number 11, Cody Perrin, once again.
And he is going to receive that ball on the 2 or 3 yard line. Tries to make a man miss, comes to our near sideline, and finally is going to be tackled. Not much going there, just on this side of the 10-yard line.
Yeah, and I don't know if that was going through the end zone or not, but he chose to pick that one up and is corralled pretty quickly by a host of Panthers.
And Cody Perrin, number 11, the sophomore, probably should have let that one go like Coach was suggesting. But, that we saw a kickoff before that completely died, right, Coach, inside the 2.
Crazy.
Or almost, it looked like it was going to die, and then it ended up bouncing into the end zone. So wonder if Perrin was afraid of that. Yeah, also, maybe Perrin was trying to go for a big play.
That's been Gamino's spot all year long, and getting more accurate here in the building.
Roland under center on the 10-yard line. He'll throw to the outside. That ball falls incomplete, just short. Pass was intended for number 12, Rex Fackrell. First time we've called his name. He's the 6'5", 225 senior, big target, but just short for Fackrell.
Yeah, big target.
So 2nd and 10, ball on the 11-yard line, excuse me. And this Wolverines team, some of their keys to the game was win the turnover battle, no fumbles. Well, they're losing the turnover battle so far, but another one was be patient, don't force plays. And they'd like to see one of those drives that we saw earlier in the first half. A patient drive where they're getting plays up the middle. Back to throw is now Kelly. That ball falls incomplete to the outside. We'll bring up a quick 3rd and 10.
And a little bit of history between these teams here. Back in 2010, Carey and Garden Valley first played in each other in the state championship game at Eagle High School. The first state championship played at a high school, I believe. And I'll throw a couple names out to you here in just a second. The stars from Garden Valley.
Quarterback under center. He looks to the outside. He does throw to the outside. The pass is completed, just short of the first down. Nice catch from Max Yearsley, but as he was catching, he was kind of running backwards and tripped over himself, and he will be short of the first down, bring up 4th and 2.
All right, a big call right here, guys. Big call right here.
Yeah, definitely. That was Payson Kelly, by the way, under center. It looks like he's continued to stay under center. 4th and 2, 11, just about a minute ticked off on the clock. Nice run to the left side, and he will get the first down. Nice play there, big play like Coach said, gets the first down for the Wolverines.
Yeah, down by 40. That's about the only option you have here if you're going to get back in this game. You got to get started early on trying to put points up on the board. Back to that 2000 game, a young man from Garden Valley, great running back, nicknamed Hurricane Heilman. I don't know if you Garden Valley fans remember him. I'm sure you do. He was a stud and a very aggressive ball player, great running back, nicknamed Hurricane Heilman. By the way, Garden Valley has the greatest announcer of all time calling their home games.
Quarterback in the shotgun, Roland. That ball is incomplete. Broken up play as the ball falls short. Nice defense there from number 28, Stockton Sears.
Yeah, and by the way, if you've ever been to a game in Garden Valley, the announcer is really comical and really gets into it and really helps both teams, honestly,
Cool.
to feel good at home there. And, of course, Garden Valley always feeding the away team. The times we visited there, always the moms cooking something for us as well before we got on the bus. So lots of good sportsmanship between these two teams.
Roland under center with 2nd and 10. He'll hand it off up the middle to Trevor Corn. Corn will get maybe a yard. And good defense there, clogging up the holes by the Panthers.
That's A.J. Black on the tackle there.
And our friend Matt Harris doing the PA responsibilities here at the ICCU Dome tonight and tomorrow. And sometimes we have a hard time seeing the numbers just at our angle, but Matt Harris has really the bird's eye view and doing a good job keeping us honest on some of these numbers and players. Roland under center. It'll be a play action, and that play is blown up. He tries to throw it up. He somehow gets it off, and that play, they turned something literally out of nothing, as it could have been a huge sack for a loss. And they get back to, I think they'll lose a yard actually, Coach, so not back to the line of scrimmage.
Right, and one of the things I really love about A-man football is that the quarterbacks aren't going down. They don't really ever throw the ball out of bounds. They're going to try and make something out of whatever's coming their way, and a good effort there to make something happen.
Yeah, it wasn't pretty, but like you said, good effort on that play. But it'll bring up 4th and 11 on their own 21-yard line, so they will punt. The punt is not blocked this time, and will dribble out of bounds to the far side to about the 49-yard line. So the Panthers will take over for their first offensive drive in the second half. Just on the right side of the 50-yard line on their own 49. Panthers with a great uni combo, blue tops, white bottoms, and that gold yellow helmet. Love those colors. While the Wolverines are white tops, white pants with kind of that purple helmet with the gold face mask.
Yeah, that's their standard look there that they've had for a long time, and it looks sharp.
Yeah, definitely. So Wood takes the snap in the shotgun. Little run pass option. He'll decide to take it himself. Goes to the far side, cuts inside. Nice run there from Wood. Big gain of 6 for the Carey quarterback.
And Rex Fackrell on the tackle there, 6'5", 225 senior, coming from behind there. Not giving up on the play. So we're seeing from some of these defensive linemen here. They continue to pursue because it's never over, and that shows a lot of heart.
2nd and 4, under 8:30 to play in the third quarter. Ball on the 45-yard line. Wood and shotgun. Hands it off. Gets second level. Gets the 30-yard line. 25-yard line. Breaks tackles from the near side. 20, 10, 5. Will he get in? He will. Touchdown. 45-yard rushing touchdown from the Panthers.
And that's Matt Young. State champion, 2-time state champion, 4x4 relay. He anchored the relay when he was a freshman and held off a strong charging Rockland team. Showing some speed there, getting to the outside.
Yeah, Matt showing why he's anchored that relay team for 4 years. Hopefully, 3 years. Hopefully, one more, right, Coach?
Yeah, we got to find some dudes to run with him. But yeah,
just have him run all 4.
Yeah,
Coach.
It's the mile after that.
Pass the baton to yourself.
That's right. Wood will fake the handoff. He'll take it himself. He's got a man open. Tells him to get to the far side. He does. Good direction from Wood to guide his receiver as he was running to that far side. 2-point conversion is good.
And Carey almost perfect on their 2-point conversions tonight, missing only one, but making up for it on a safety. 8 minutes, 10 seconds left in this third quarter action. Panthers up 48-0.
And let's take a quick break. We'll recognize a few sponsors, and we'll be right back. You're watching the semifinals of 1A football on IdahoSports.com. Welcome back to the ICCU Dome, IdahoSports.com. Carey Panthers leading the Garden Valley Wolverines by a score of 48-0. All Carey dominating this semifinals matchup. Garden Valley got here honestly, defeating Council by a narrow score of 22-20. But Carey so far has shown them who is the champion of this game as the ball rolls into the end zone. Good decision to not recover it deep in, within the 5-10 yard line. And so the Wolverines will take over at the 20-yard line. Talking to Coach Yearsley a few days ago as we prepared for this game, he wanted to, we already mentioned a couple shout outs that he wanted to make during this game. Also, we shout out the new AD, Ryan Williams, but also Matt Brazier and the Brazier family. They work concessions, they do fundraising, and they even were able to find a way to get lights on the Garden Valley field, which is a huge deal, right, Coach? Because then you can play at night and that you can get concessions and make more money and continue to grow this program. Because Garden Valley can really take off from here with how well they've been doing this year. As we have a pass to the outside. Positive yards there, yards after catch. That was to number 5, Max Yearsley was the receiver. Tyler Rowland on the throw. But back to the Brazier family, figuring out how to get lights on that football field. Huge deal for Garden Valley.
Right, and that's a beautiful setting if you've ever been to Garden Valley, and their school right there is amazing. The deer are there watching as well.
Oh, love that.
A dozen deer usually on not quite on the sidelines. They left their mark.
Right.
But they were there. A beautiful place to go to.
So shout out to Matt Brazier and the Brazier family for all their help with concessions, fundraising, and lights on the Garden Valley football field. Quarterback looking for room, can't find it. Rowland will go down. It'll be recorded as a sack. Nice defensive pursuit by a bevy of Panthers tacklers.
Yeah, Luca Quistapace leading the charge there from the nose tackle position. Almost running free, untouched there, chasing down the quarterback.
Great job by Quistapace, bringing the ball to third and 13, ball on the 17-yard line, 6:50 to play. And one more shout out related to those lights in the football field for Garden Valley is Bobby Castillo. He's a Garden Valley grad, and Leah Electric. I think they helped in getting those lights up as well at Garden Valley. And that's, again, a huge deal for this football team, for this program, as they will no doubt build off this semifinal matchup. The ball, they set up the screen game, and that's going to go almost nowhere, blown up. First was Eddie Gamino getting in the face of Roland. Roland had to get rid of that ball quickly.
And AJ, kind of the healer there if we're talking rodeo.
Right.
Bringing down Trevor Korn, and Mr. Korn is still laying on the field. Maybe an ankle, not sure.
So on that tackle, Trevor Korn goes down. You know, let's take a quick break and be right back. Hopefully he's okay. You're watching the 1A semifinal matchup on IdahoSports.com.
I kind of think of Shelley as like the Justice League. Everyone talks about, you know, Brindley Cannon, but they're kind of like the Justice League. They just have a nice set of characters that back them up.
When it comes to high school sports, East Idaho never gets its due.
I ran into Jeremy Hess, the AD of Grace Luther, and, you know, he was just excited. And then, you know, I'm just talking to him, and he goes, we have 7 girls, so just amazing.
But the East Idaho Prepcast has changed that, covering the biggest sports stories from Salmon all the way down to Bear Lake.
And again, you know, Grace is always that team just kind of lurking, like, yeah, there's Grace. They, you know, they don't have social media, but you know what? They have footballs, they got grass, they got pads, and they use all those very well.
It's the East Idaho Prepcast with Sean Kane on IdahoSports.com.
Let's talk about open enrollment for health insurance. Your Health Idaho's got you covered with all you need to know. Open enrollment is the time of year where you can enroll in or change your health insurance coverage. And Your Health Idaho is the place to go for quality coverage at a lower cost. 25% of enrollees pay $25 or less. Make sure to enroll by December 16th to get covered and save money.
Welcome back to IdahoSports.com. 1A semifinal matchup, Carey Wolverines. Trevor Korn went down with an injury, but he was able to walk off on his own 2 legs, so hopefully he's okay. Garden Valley punts, and that ball bounces all the way. Good punt there, Coach, to the 29-yard line. Takes a nice Wolverine bounce.
Really good roll, yeah, there, Joel. And that's just what the Wolverines needed, some positive play right there.
And again, hopefully Trevor Korn is okay and can come back in this ball game. You know, Trevor Korn is a senior. This is could be his last game. They find themselves down 48-0, 5:52 to play in the third quarter. So if you're Trevor Korn, you're wanting to get back in, you know, safely, of course, as soon as possible.
All right, he's hydrating over there on the sideline, and maybe he'll be good to go here soon, we hope.
Hopefully it was just a cramp. Three offensive line down, 3 wide. Wood, a throw, just a quick seam throw. Quick turnaround, that ball falls incomplete. Pass intended for Gabe Saili. They'll bring up 2nd and 10. You know, so if you're Carey, you're looking to use the clock in your favor, but you also want to try some plays that you may need for next week, Coach.
Yeah, especially here on this surface in a good climate region here, and maybe spread this around a little bit. You know, a lot of these Carey guys don't have a lot of stats, and here goes the speedster down the sideline. He caught from behind. Tackle made by number 48, Austin Coley. Did I get that name right? Austin Coley, number 48.
Coley, yep. Austin Coley.
A name we haven't mentioned yet, so Mr. Coley getting some playing time there, and his name in the stat book.
So nice run there from Matt Young. They flipped the field. They completely flipped the field, started on about just inside the 30-yard line, go all the way to the 27. Nice run there from Matt Young, going to the near side and getting to the sideline. So inside Wolverine territory, Wood takes the snap, throws to the outside, passes completed to Stockton Sears. Stockton Sears breaking tackles. 3 or 4 have to bring him down. Nice yards after catch from Sears.
Yeah, great move in the open field there on a quick stop route to pick up a few more yards there. He's pretty dangerous on that open field with his speed. You know, Stockton Sears' mom is the head girls basketball coach at Carey, Mary Lee. Started basketball, had a jamboree, I believe, last Monday, and some games coming up here pretty soon. Great coach.
And girls basketball just around the corner. Our own Sean Kane here tonight. He's doing a game tomorrow night, or tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah, tomorrow afternoon. There's games tonight. It's basketball started.
Love it. And by the way, we got to talk about that pass from Wood. Cross hash, far side. Impressive pass. Wood takes the snap in the shotgun. Continues to move, flips the field to the other side, finally gets the ball up in the air. That pass can be caught, touchdown. That play was created by Wood, finished by number 2, Eddie Gamino.
Yeah, really soft touch on that ball as he could have rocketed that in there, but realizing I got time, I'll throw it to an area here and he can go fetch that to a lot of scramble there. Must have been I don't know, 45 yards of scramble there.
At least.
No doubt.
It didn't go forward. It went sideways, back and around, and found the open receiver, Woods. Again, I mentioned early, that footwork, keeping the ball alive, so valuable.
And I like how Wood had that shoulder fake as well. Really showing poise.
He's
in
really
the
a
pocket.
smart player, yeah.
Play action, 2-point conversion is good. Thrown to the far end zone marker, and that is another solid play from Wood to Stockton Sears.
Yeah, simple out route there by the tight end, headed to the back of the end zone.
So with 4:21 to play in the third quarter, 56-0, Coach.
Yeah, just a shout out to all of you 8-Man Prepcast listeners following us all season long. We appreciate your feedback. We appreciate your likes and your comments that you send to us. Trying to support these kids, getting those names out. I know much about before, and it's been great to be able to work with them every week. And they come up with the idea of the Coach's Corner, and I've really enjoyed putting some of those things together. As a retired coach, it gives me no more pleasure than to be able to give back to those programs that need it, and anybody that wants to listen and pay attention. Hopefully some things that have helped your programs and help you understand this game of 8-man football that we love a bunch here in the state of Idaho. So shout out to you guys.
And I know as a broadcaster, Coach, I listen to you guys. I learn a lot, and not just about 8-man football, but about football in general, thanks to your little Coach's Corner 7. For the Wolverines, Tristan Leslie lets it go out of bounds, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. But yeah, I've learned a lot. This is my third year broadcasting for IdahoSports.com, and I've obviously watched football my whole life as an American dude. But I was a swimmer in high school, cross-country runner, surfer. Grew up in Southern California,
nice.
And so didn't play a lot of football. But man, I've learned a lot. I always wanted to broadcast.
A joy in my life to fill a hole that was kind of left when I retired there. I'm glad I did. It's been a lot more relaxing.
Right.
I slept last night.
Right.
I slept all season, actually. And it's been able to give back and share a few things that I've come across and know. And, it's great to work with you guys. I haven't met you two as well.
Yeah,
Joel Richardson and a great Sean Kane. Yeah. Sean's over there that's me.
It's a little, it's a little better than, being with Brandon and Will, and I understand. And
yeah.
I mean, everyone needs a break. I had to work with Brandon for like 2 years straight, so every opportunity I get to have someone else up here with me is just magical.
Oh, yeah.
I like you, Brandon, if you're listening.
And Will, we like you too. And man, Will, talk about. I've reached out to him a few times, asked for tips and tricks on broadcasting, and he's always been very willing to share his wealth of knowledge. And you guys, he pulls these names and teams out of
Yeah.
I don't know where, man. That dude knows so much about Idaho sports.
He remembers names really, really well, which is I admire a lot. I know the history and stuff of these teams, but he knows the names, and that's important on our prepcast to mention those folks out there.
So here come the Wolverines on the 20-yard line with 4:21 to play in the third quarter, trying to get some positive momentum as this game has gotten out of hand for this Wolverines team. Pass across the middle, just outside the near hash marks, and that'll be a good positive gain for about 5 yards.
And Wood closing very fastly there from what we call the one position, making the tackle there. He has been amazing at that spot and broken up a lot of passes and come in to make some pretty hard hits on that. A friendly tackle there, though, to number 11, Cody Perrin, wrapping him up just to secure the next down.
So it was 4-yard gain on that throw, 3:40 to play. Ball is on the 24-yard line. And Wolverines love to continue to move this ball and be patient and then convert. Ball is on the ground, bad snap. Payson Kelly couldn't corral it as the ball came to him in the shotgun formation, and then it'll bring up a third, probably a loss of about 5, bring up 3rd and 11. Yeah, 3rd and 11 on their own 19-yard line.
And these long third downs have been difficult for Garden Valley to convert. Maybe this will be the one.
So Kelly continues to be in at quarterback, running back on his right hip. And that's going to be another screen play. Pass is caught. He had to jump for it. Was Trevor Corrin back in the game. Good to see him back in. And he'll get about 5 yards. And he'll bring up 4th and 5, 4th and manageable. And, you know, on that screen play, Coach,
A great focus as defender was closing in hard. Tackle made by Gabe Saili to prevent the first down. So picked up half of it.
so from a 3rd and 11 to a 4th and 5 on the 25-yard line, almost 2 minutes to play in the third quarter. The Wolverines will march up to the sideline, moving left to right, west to east. Kelly, before he takes the snap, there's going to be a bunch of whistles. Timeout, Garden Valley. We'll take a timeout with you, recognize some sponsors, and we'll be right back. Go ahead, Sean Kane.
Looking for a perfect mountain getaway? Call Garden Valley Homes and Land in beautiful Garden Valley, Idaho. Local agents you can trust to help you every step of the way. The road home starts with Garden Valley Homes and Land. Call 208-462-6102 or visit their website at gardenvalleyhomesandland.com to schedule an appointment. Garden Valley Homes and Land wants to wish the Wolverines good luck in the game, and they'll keep the deers away.
Right on.
Guaranteed. But Carey's defense is making, the analogy I was looking at, guys, is Garden Valley is kind of the deer in the headlights of those yellow gold helmets right now, just hardly finding any room to run the ball. Just the defense of Carey is just stifling. Yeah, they've had great offensive plays today, but I've been extremely impressed with the Carey defense.
Hey, I'm impressed with what I just saw during that timeout. We had a little Cotton Eye Joe playing over the PA, and number 19, Porter Waltman, was doing the Cotton Eye Joe dance to perfection.
Here we go, 4th and 5. Can they convert? Ball is thrown and complete to the near side, and that is going to be
close.
They're going to give him the first down, close, but they're going to give it to him on the 30-yard line. I'm surprised they didn't come out and measure.
Yeah.
But they do give him that first down. So they do convert 1st and 10. Nice job by Payson Kelly and this offense. Payson Kelly will continue to be in the game at quarterback, Sean.
Yeah, Wood in on that tackle again. He's It's been phenomenal on that side of the field in the secondary.
Smart player. Sees the field very well.
Payson Kelly in the shotgun. Korn on his right hip. Korn blocks for Kelly. Kelly goes long to the far hash, and that pass is completed to about the 41-yard line. Perfect throw from Kelly, and a great catch from can't tell, was that number 3? Max Yearsley once again.
Yeah, it was Max Yearsley out there in the open space there. Sears kind of lost him there for a little bit. If that ball was thrown any farther, he catches that standing up and maybe runs in.
Remember, Payson Kelly, just a freshman, but man, 6'1", 190 freshman quarterback. It's got to be great if you're a Garden Valley fan looking forward to further years with this team. Another throw, avoiding the sack, falls incomplete. I thought maybe he was going to take off. Payson Kelly was. He had green grass after he avoided those tackles, but he decides to throw the ball. Ball falls incomplete. 2nd and 10, 44 left to play in the third quarter. Ball on the 42-yard line for the Wolverines offense. And the Wolverines, you've noticed there's been a more throwing in this second half, Coach.
There has.
They've really decided, you know, we want to go score. We're not just going to run that ball and let the clock go. We want to do something.
Yeah, been some good completions to pick up a few yards.
Rolling in the shotgun again with Korn on his right hip. Korn will pick up the blitz, and Roland will throw. That ball is caught, intercepted off the tip. It's a tip drill. That's number 11, A.J. Black. A.J. Black crosses the field. Excuse me, that's not A.J. Black. That is number 1, Preston Wood. Thought there were 2 ones there, but Preston Wood instead gets the interception. Preston Wood doing everything from throwing touchdowns to intercepting balls.
Yeah, what great focus. Wow. That was the tip drill.
Yeah, the receiver, Garden Valley receiver, had it. 2 Carey defenders kind of converging on each other, pops out, and Woods able to bring that in. Incredible play by Woods. Very difficult to catch that ball when you're almost running into your own person.
And to stay on his feet as well, Sean. So Preston Wood, after getting the pick, goes under center, fake handoff, play action. Sends his man long to this near side. He does double coverage, and that is caught. Breaks 2 tackles, 10-5 touchdown. Amazing catch and run from Gabe Saili.
Yeah, what great focus between those 2 defenders. And unfortunately, we have number 3, Yearsley, on the ground in pain, grabbing his arm, his left arm. He's getting up. The Carey coaches rush out to show some sportsmanship there and help him to the sideline, but must have come to the ground pretty hard on that hand as he tried everything he could to knock that ball out of the air.
What a catch. Came over the top of the defender to catch that, and what a pass, and nice job by Woods directing traffic with his offhand, right, telling him to keep going, and what a catch. One of the best catches I've seen all year.
Yeah, great focus, catching that ball with 2 hands and then keeping his balance. You know, that's what I'm impressed with. And not just schoolyard ball and fall to the grass, but taking it all the way to the house.
And Max Yearsley is still struggling to get to the sideline in between the 2 hash marks right now on 1 knee. Trainer and coach talking to Yearsley, and he is able to get up, and he's able to walk off on his own. Nice job there from Max Yearsley. Again, this team, another young team. This has been the theme all year for a lot of 8-man teams, Coach.
Yeah.
A lot of young teams. Should be really fun for the next few years across 8-man football, 1A and 2A.
Yeah, a lot of these teams will be back for sure. Just gaining some experience right now, and that's important to grow as you go forward.
Meanwhile, the Panthers try to get the 2-point conversion. Wood continues to send men to the opposite side, and Wood takes it for himself for the 2-point conversion. Is good, and that gets us to a score of 64-0.
You know, all season long, I've texted a lot of messages out to coaches on Saturday afternoon and Sunday to gather information for the prepcast, and I've been communicating with Coach Yearsley for a lot of those weeks, and he's always sends me something back nice, respectful, and we have a lot of respect for each other. Willing to share information about his kids and prop them up and help them to grow and be recognized on the show. So just a good guy. Been there a long time, and I think a native, honestly, of Garden Valley. Hopefully I'm not wrong there, Coach, but you seem like you've been there a long time and contributed a lot to your school over the years.
Yeah, I had a great opportunity to go to the field and talk to both coaches, and Coach Yearsley, what a great guy. Also, his staff. Talked to Sky Davis, Sawyer Davis. Sky Davis coaches the running back, special teams, and Sawyer Davis the QBs. And just a great group of coaches, super friendly, very grateful for Idaho Sports bringing this game to their to their listeners live and free. And we're thankful to all of our sponsors for allowing that to happen. But yeah, Coach Yearsley and his staff, just so glad that we try to give all these players attention and the love and the attention and the celebration they deserve for playing such a fun sport and doing their best week in and week out. As the kick is up and caught at the 27-yard line. Well, that is number 45 on the return, Marshall Coley. And Coley gets a nice return all the way to our near side to about the 40-yard line.
And that was a new kicker. That was Chris Ruiz from the Panthers. Booting that ball, getting some time.
So with 10 seconds to go before the end of the third quarter, the score is 64-0. Gabe Sidley gets about a 40-yard touchdown catch or so from Wood, and the two-point conversion by Wood was good.
And I swear this third quarter has lasted somewhere near the greater portion of the evening.
That's right. The game was moving fast, but, wow. Coach, we mentioned this off air. The game was flying, and then it suddenly completely slowed down, and we've had a lot more throwing from the Wolverines in the second half, and that's probably why. So Wolverines will start on the 40-yard line, under center, handoff by Payson Kelly. And not much going there for number 99, Kendrew Ward. First time we've called his name, the sophomore, 5'9", 210 sophomore. And that'll take us to the end of the third quarter. Score is 64-0. We will take a quick break and be right back for the final quarter of action. You're watching the 1A semifinals on IdahoSports.com.
Let's talk about open enrollment for health insurance. Your Health Idaho's got you covered with all you need to know. Open enrollment is the time of year where you can enroll in or change your health insurance coverage. And Your Health Idaho is the place to go for quality coverage at a lower cost. 25% of enrollees pay $25 or less. Make sure to enroll by December 16th to get covered and save money.
Welcome back to the fourth and final quarter of the semifinals matchup, Carey versus Garden Valley. Carey leading by a score of 64-0 as we get set to start the fourth quarter. Guys, we had a Macarena battle on the field and in the stands. And we'll talk about more of that after we have this handoff up the middle. Nice play, but there's a flag on the play. We'll see where that comes. But Payson Kelly hands it off to Trevor Korn, and he gets about 7 with the flag on the play.
I bet we have a holding there. A.J. Black, linebacker, blowing through the line there. Looked like a tackle was made on him. That'll back up the Garden Valley 10 more yards. Yeah, that Macarena was sick, man.
Dude, so it was a Macarena battle, dance-off, if you will, and we had fans in the stands going at it. The Macarena from both sides, Garden Valley and Carey, and then you had some Garden Valley players who freshmen, sophomores weren't seeing a lot of playing time. They got into the Macarena as well, Coach.
Yeah, they were all lined up there. Looked like they'd done that at the school dance maybe for homecoming. Practiced up a little bit.
You know, they say the 90s are back. Every decade, you always have some kind of shout, what is it called? Every decade kind of repeats itself, and we found ourselves a lot of kids they listen to Nirvana, dancing to the Macarena. You know, the 90s basically never died, Sean.
You know, not in my heart. I mean, Joel didn't win the Macarena dance, but I felt like his moves were good. Good thing we have Coach Kirkland here to help him work on some of his moves later. But, yeah, I mean, they played a lot of 80s music earlier today. I thought that's a great move. You never go wrong with 80s rock at a sporting event. Doing some PA announcing, I've learned that no one ever complains if it's 80s rock.
Yeah.
No one ever does. Some other things can get a little rough, but 80s rock is a key to everyone's heart.
It's the blood in the body. Keeps you alive.
Panthers did take a timeout here.
So that timeout, I thought it was Wolverines.
Or was it Wolverines?
The Wolverines took a timeout with 1 timeout left in the half in this fourth quarter. Panthers have 2 timeouts. Likely won't need them as they're up 64-0.
Yeah, it looks like some substitutions were made in that timeout. Lots of them here.
So under center is now number 20, Tegan Goff. Goff hands it off to number 4, Tristan Leslie. And, a couple names we haven't called tonight, Coach.
Yeah.
You were right. They brought in some subs and allowing some guys to get some quality playing time in a semifinal game. This is crucial as you move on to the next year.
It builds your program. Yeah, it gives them excitement to play on the carpet in a competition against a good opponent. And, makes for good photos, too.
Definitely. And Leslie comes out after that run. And
now we have almost 500 pounds in the backfield here.
there's some
big dudes.
There's some beef in the backfield. Again, Tegan Goff under center. He hands it off to the big fella, trying to find his number. Nice run as he bounced back and forth. But that's still Trevor Korn, He's still in the game. You know, as he is a senior, you want to make sure that Korn gets plenty of playing time, as this could be the final quarter of football that he ever plays.
Yeah, that's for sure. And the memories of this game for these high school kids, probably never put helmets on again. Finishing right to the end here. And it's 4th and long coming up, Joel.
Yeah, 4th and 13, ball on 37 on their own 37-yard line, going right to left, east to west. And less than 10 minutes to go before the end of this ball game.
I got some of the Carey managers down there waving at me from the sideline, some of my own little fans.
Right on.
I don't know what they want me to do here, but
Just going to sign some autographs later, meet them.
Give them some thumbs up there. Yeah, those are the sophomore girls.
On the 4th and 13, a punt is up, goes out of bounds at the 42-yard line. And as Lane Kirkland, Coach Kirkland is shouting out his followers, his fans, Carey Panthers take over on downs. Take over on their own 42-yard line.
Yeah, those are my track and field girls. Coming back, young ones, and good.
Yeah, young and fast, hopefully.
They
fast.
are. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it took 4 relays to state last year and podiumed all of them.
Well, as East Idaho experts, Sean and I, we are always cheering for our East Idaho teams, but we'll look forward to hearing what you guys do in the spring for sure.
Yeah.
As we shout at our players, we'll be definitely shouting out as Carey, how well Carey does. 28 takes it across the middle, up the middle. Nice run there from Stockton Sears, the 160 junior. And Sears has had a nice game, Coach.
He has. Yeah, he's been very versatile.
Seems like a quiet game, but a nice game from Stockton.
Right, and number 32, Rhett Fackrell, we haven't called his name in on the tackle there, a 5'10", 160 sophomore, getting some playing time.
Wood takes the snap. He'll take it himself to the near side, cuts inside, crosses the 40 to the 35. Fighting tacklers. It takes 5 tacklers from Garden Valley to bring him down. Nice run there from Preston Wood. 9:01. Clock stops to move the chains. A little restart again at the 9:01 mark. 1st and 10 on the 34-yard line. Wolverine, 34-yard line.
Yeah, number 4, Tristan Leslie, making the initial contact there, and a couple others joining in on the party. as Preston Wood keeps his balance and the whistle blows early.
So 3 wide, 2 on the bottom, 1 at the top. Wood surveys the defense. Running back on his left hip, that's number 11, A.J. Black. Black blocks. Wood, throw is away to a cross hash, and it's completed to Gabe Saili for another solid gain of about 5. 2nd and 5 to go.
Tackle made by another new customer, Ezra Marchand, 5'10", 140 freshman, number 8 getting in on the action, and the name in the book.
So about 2nd and 4, 8:03 and counting to play in the game. Wood takes the snap, fakes the handoff, it's play action. Tells his man to go, he does, he's caught, it's caught open. A.J. Black cuts across the middle of the field from the far sideline to the far hash, and he's tackled inside the 10. Nice play there from A.J. Black.
Yeah, A.J. Black coming across the middle there and just tucks that thing in and begins to run, but chased down. Trying to find the number here. Anyway, chased down and tackled at the 7-yard line.
Wood's got 3 wide, running back on his right hip. On the 7-yard line, 1st and goal, 7:15 to play. Takes a snap, 3-step drop, has plenty of time, runs to the far side, he's gonna try to take it in, he's not. He ends up running out of bounds, but does get a gain on the play, will bring up 1st and goal on the 4.
And you kind of,
excuse me, 2nd and goal on the 4. Go ahead, Sean.
And you kind of might think to yourself, why are some of the starters for Carey still out there? But, you know, as you guys talked about on the 8-man prepcast, the Carey starters haven't played a lot of full games this season. So I think, you know, it's 64-0, and they're thinking, you know, we've got to keep playing because we got to be ready for 4 quarters of action. And I think it's a good move by the Panthers.
Right, I was just going to bring that point up. Yeah, to be ready for the big game, you got to get some minutes here, and it's been a while since they played a full game.
Wood takes the snap, and he pump fakes, throws to the far side, far end zone corner. The ball falls incomplete. That'll bring up, thought it was 2nd. It should be 3rd now. So 3rd and
down. Goal
on the 4-yard line. And yeah, great points, guys. Yeah, if you're Garden Valley fan, you're wondering why are we still calling Wood, Wood and Sears and A.J. Black. But yeah, these guys have been pulled so much this season in the second half, and giving 2nd, 3rd stringers time to play. But if they want to be ready for next week, they need to play a full 4 quarters. So good call from Coach Saili and his coaching staff. Wood in shotgun, 3 wide, bunch on the top at the top. He rolls out. Wood does, looking for air. Back to the middle of the field, throws to the far sideline. That pass is caught. Touchdown. Great throw, great catch. That's Gabe Saili for another touchdown catch.
Right, and Wood trying to find someone else to throw the ball to there to get in on the scoring scene. But having to go back to Saili there, and a great catch over the top. All hands, man. Those are great focus catches, and pulled that ball down.
Yeah, just a nice job for the receivers to keep moving and keep moving in the end zone and finding a spot for Woods to throw it to, and he hit it on a dime there.
Yeah, Wood having good pocket presence, moving out of the pocket and then moving back to the middle of the field once he left the near sideline. Wood under center, puts a man in motion. It's going to be a fake handoff and is looking for another pass. Again, rolling around, moving around, trying to tell his players where to go. Continues to move around and finally goes down at the 27-yard line. They went from the 5 all the way back to the 27. Wood found, and coach over here is laughing because Wood, as much as he tried to direct traffic, had nothing going.
I'm telling you, we don't throw the ball away in 8-man. It's just not allowed. We were going to make something out of this here, and a great effort by Wood to try and spread it around a little bit, but didn't happen.
Garden Valley doing a nice job there on the defense, not allowing Wood to go really anywhere but backwards. And that time Garden Valley able only to stop the 2-point conversion, but still some good defense.
Sean, any more sponsors to recognize?
Yeah, for quality and affordable electric bearer repair and services in Carey, called Dusty's Electric. From pivots, generators, pumps to making sure your home or office is wired and running smoothly, Dusty's Electric offers 24-hour service. Let owner Dusty Simpson and his years of professional experience show you why Dusty's Electric is worth the call. Hit him up at 208-721-2088 today. Dusty's Electric is a proud supporter of Carey Athletics and wants to wish the Panthers good luck at state and probably in the state championship game.
No doubt, 70-0, 6:10 to play in this game. Ball will bounce to the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Wolverines will take over on the 20-yard line. So again, Dietrich defeated Tri-Valley last game. So Dietrich waiting for their opponent, their future opponent for next week, likely to be the Carey Panthers, and Carey Panthers back to the championship game, Coach.
Good call. Yeah, that's what it looks like tonight. Panthers hungry for that return to the championship game. The last appearance in that would have been in 2021 against a Kendrick team that started to roll back then.
Right, and they've been dominant ever since, and now they moved up to 2A. And Kendrick won their game tonight against Logos, right?
Yeah.
And so they'll be going to the 2A championship game against who else? Butte County. I think you guys called that during the 8-man prepcast at the beginning of the season, right?
Yep, that was our call. That was my call.
Butte County Kendrick.
Oh, yeah, we'll see.
Good job,
how
Coach.
it ends up. Yeah.
You must have been doing this for a long time.
Real bold move, guys. I'm going to pick Butte County and Kendrick.
Hey, you never know. Hey,
yeah.
Wasn't it Logos who beat Kendrick?
They did.
Earlier in the years, so you never know. But yeah, that's good call from Coach. But yeah, you could probably chalk that up, right? That Butte County, one of those teams at least would be in the championship game.
Chime in and say my big prediction about
3A
football coming out of East Idaho.
Yeah, Sean at the beginning of our prepcast in August said, you know what, I'm gonna bold prediction. 3A will be in 3A championship will come out of East Idaho.
Yeah.
Boldest prediction of the season.
And in all fairness, I did pick Logos to win this game, so I lost out on that one against Will. But I'll take a loss.
Yeah, that's okay. But Payson Kelly hands off to Trevor Korn a couple times in a row. Brings us to about 3rd and 3, so 3rd and manageable for Garden Valley. And if you're Garden Valley, Coach, you said this a lot last game and then a few times this game, but you want to win the next quarter, you want to win the next couple minutes, want to win the next rep if you're the Wolverines.
Right, and go out on a plus here. Maybe get that into the end zone, of course, is the goal the whole game. The Panthers have made some substitutions here, and Garden Valley is not giving up.
They're not, as Marshall Coley runs up the middle. Nice play there from the blockers up front. And Marshall Coley gets second level, first down for Coley and the Wolverines. 4:48 and counting to play in the game and the Wolverines are on their own 33-yard line after that first down.
And if this game goes how it is right now and it stays 0, it means Carey's only given up 8 points in the playoffs. That's an unreal statistic. Only 8 points given up in 2 playoff games. So
especially against the best teams, if you will, right? In 8-man in 1A. Just amazing defense.
And the first shutout, if it stays this way, is 2, I believe. The ball's on the carpet.
Quarterback keeper, and that ball is going to go to. They're going to say it's still Wolverines' ball. So quarterback keeper up the middle is Tegan Goff, excuse me, not Golf, but Goff. Tegan Goff, just a sophomore, 5'7", 130. Wears the number 20 for this team.
Yeah, and you're right. It would be the first shutout of the playoff, any of the playoff games in 1A.
So 2nd and 5, 3:43 to play before the end of this one. Goff under center, 2 backs behind him. He hands off to the second. That's Korn. Korn, nice spin move. And that'll be positive yards for Trevor Korn, the senior, as his career will likely be over after this game. But you never know, maybe he goes and plays D2 or something, D3. He's such a big running back. Someone's got to use someone like him, right?
Yeah, it's out there. His feet are really quick for as big as he is.
No doubt. Under 3 minutes to play. Another handoff to Korn. Korn, again, shifty feet. And he gets beyond the first down. Nice job, Korn, to move down the line, down that hash mark, and follow his blockers. And that's a first down for the Wolverines.
All right. 46-yard line. Wolverines driving, picking up that first down.
And as the clock rolls, the Wolverines make a substitution. Marshall Coley steps out for a play.
And that was Trip Bailey, number 34 on that tackle. New Panther in the game.
Goff hands off, but he's met almost immediately by number 97, Luke Aquistapache. Oh.
Luke, a participant in 4-H, showing a steer this last year. Great showman in the Blaine County Fair. Lots of these kids do 4-H animals, if it's a swine or a 4-H beef. Keeping busy in the summer, making money for college.
Goff under center, hands off. It's a quick handoff to Korn. And Korn will push the pile. Nice job there from the big running back. And that'll bring up third, after a second 11, bring up third and manageable for the Wolverines. 1:27 and counting to play in this game.
And Korn will sleep well tonight. I don't know how many carries that is, but it's got to be plus 25. Maybe in the 30 mark.
30 touches at least.
Goff under center. Two backs behind him. Handoff to 45. That's Marshall Coley. And Coley gets just shy of the first down, bring up 4th and 1 with less than a minute to play. So the Panthers will take this one 70-0 unless the Wolverines can maybe go deep, but I'm guessing they're going to run this ball out, give Korn one more touch as his senior season comes to an end. Goff under center one more time, hands it off. That is Korn, pushes the pile once again, churning, doesn't go down. Great effort from Trevor Korn. And they will stop the clock to move the chains.
Great Curiel. And number 24 for the Panthers, Jonathan Rojas, a freshman, checking into the ball game.
And Korn came up slow after that tackle. Was the last one to the huddle. And they've been feeding him the rock this last drive. Love that decision to give the senior all the touches on this last one. 10 seconds to play. Last play of the game. Ball is loose, goes on the ground, and Carey will recover it.
Number 40, Will Park on the recovery. 3 seconds left in the ball game.
And so the clock will stop at 3 seconds after a turnover. Fumble by, I don't think that was Trevor Korn.
45, I believe, on the carry.
Yeah, that was Marshall Coley fumbles the ball on the running back play. And so turnover, and instead of Wolverines finishing the game, the Carey Panthers will finish the game taking a knee.
5 turnovers for the Carey defense this evening.
And that'll do it. As the clock strikes 0, the Carey Panthers will win this game 70-0. We'll take a quick break, recognize sponsors, and we'll be back for a post-game show. We'll be right back. You've been watching the 1A semifinals on IdahoSports.com.
I kind of think of Shelley as like the Justice League. Everyone talks about, Brindley Cannon, but they're kind of like the Justice League. They just have a nice set of characters that back them up.
When it comes to high school sports, East Idaho never gets its due.
I ran into Jeremy Hess, the AD of Grace Luther, and, he was just excited. And then, I'm just talking to him, and he goes, we have 7 girls, so just amazing.
But the East Idaho Prepcast has changed that, covering the biggest sports stories from Salmon all the way down to Bear Lake.
And again, Grace is always that team just kind of lurking, like, yeah, there's Grace. They don't have social media, but you know what? They have footballs, they got grass, they got pads, and they use all those very well.
It's the East Idaho Prepcast with Sean Kane on IdahoSports.com.
Welcome back to IdahoSports.com, where the Carey Panthers have pitched a shutout, defeating the Garden Valley Wolverines by a score of 70-0. Sean, how do they do it?
With defense, a lot of woods. Sometimes you need a couple irons, but tonight the Panthers needed the woods, and Woods was getting it done with his arm, his legs, his other arm, taking people and telling them where to go and directing traffic. General Woods back there commanded a great game, and the defense of Carey was just overwhelming for Garden Valley, which Garden Valley had a great season, just couldn't get anything going offensively tonight.
Coach Kirkland.
Yeah, a great matchup here. Both teams coming in with high hopes, especially the Wolverines, and controlling the clock for a majority of the evening, but just not able to get it across the boundary mark there. Panthers with a great game plan, continuing to score quick and big and fast, and passing it around to a lot of different players tonight, and a great showcase of Carey Panther football. But a great season nonetheless to the Wolverines. Nothing to hang their head on. They will be back as they're really young, and congratulations, Coach Earsley, on a third place.
Yeah, no doubt. Congrats to Coach Earsley. Shout out to him and his squad for fighting through all kinds of adversity. But they made it happen, and they will be back better next year. Can't wait to see what they do. But tonight it was all Carey defense. Guys, it was all Carey, both offense and defense. Before we shout out Carey's defense, spoiler alert, Preston Wood had 6 passing touchdowns. And like you guys said, he was directing traffic all the time, rushed for all kinds of yards, did a great job. He was the captain of that offense. But let's award our IdahoSports.com player of the game. Today's player of the game is brought to you by the Idaho Office of Highway Safety, reminding you to always keep your head in the game, whether you're on the field or the road. Be in the moment and free from distractions. Coach Kirkland, who is our IdahoSports.com player of the game?
That would happen to be Preston Wood. And the Carey defense, the Carey defense.
Perfect.
Getting excited there. The Carey defense, five turnovers, a first shutout of the season in a semifinal game. And, a great accomplishment. Shout out to Coach Dirtsche and DJ Park, the defensive coaches there. And, of course, the general at the top, Coach Saili and Dusty Simpson, leading the offensive charge as well. So.
And Sean, you did some research. This was the first shutout that
in 1A
playoffs.
All the games, first round, quarterfinals, semifinals, so far the first shutout. So incredible job by the Panthers defense tonight.
So congrats again to the Panthers defense, forcing 5 turnovers and pitching a shutout. Boys, next week, Dietrich, Carey, it's going to be a battle. The two arguably best quarterbacks in 1A football, Coach.
Yeah, that's for sure, and it'll be a good matchup. We met with Dietrich in the 2020 state championship, and Dietrich prevailed in that game, and so we get to see that one more time here, and two tremendous quarterbacks and teams that are hungry to put another one up on the gym, another banner. Who's going to get it?
Who's going to get it? Looking forward to that one. And, keep it here for IdahoSports.com for all the game updates, scores, highlights. And then, of course, next week we'll be back bringing you the championship of the 1A and all the games for audio on IdahoSports.com. But we're going to close it out here. This has been an IdahoSports.com GameStreams production of the 2024 Idaho High School Football Postseason, brought to you by Project Filter, Your Health Idaho, Ideal, Idaho's College Savings Program, Valley-Wide Cooperative, your local Toyota dealers, Dip Fusion Helmet Reconditioning, and the Idaho Office of Highway Safety. This broadcast was also made possible by the great support from these local businesses: Meridian Plumbing, Middle Fork Trading Post, Garden Valley Homes and Land, Rancher Supply, Snow Bunny Drive-In, Valley Tile and Floor, Ideal, Idaho's College Savings Program, Dusty's Electric, Evade Pest Management, John's Heating, Clear Creek Disposal, Severin Sand and Gravel, Allstate Agent Heather Kelly, and again, Garden Valley Homes and Land. So thankful for all of our sponsors for helping us get this game to you. Special thanks to Athletic Director Lee J. Cook and everyone here at the ICCU Dome and Carey for their hospitality and help in getting this game broadcast to you. Congratulations again to our IdahoSports.com players of the game in this case, presented by the Idaho Office of Highway Safety. The Panthers defense, 5 turnovers and pitching a shutout. Thanks again for joining us as the Carey Panthers defeat the Garden Valley Wolverines by a score of 70-0. For my broadcast partner,
Lane Kirkland,
and my other broadcast partner, the
Sean Kane.
I am Joel Richardson saying be excellent to each other, and we'll see you next week on IdahoSports.com.
Let's talk about open enrollment for health insurance. Your Health Idaho's got you covered with all you need to know. Open enrollment is the time of year where you can enroll in or change your health insurance coverage. And Your Health Idaho is the place to go for quality coverage at a lower cost. 25% of enrollees pay $25 or less. Make sure to enroll by December 16th to get covered and save money.
This year, help dreams come true with the Ideal Idaho 529 Education Savings Program. Our easy-to-use tools make it simple to plan for your child's education. With tax benefits, ownership flexibility, Ideal is the perfect way to save for college, trade school, K-12 education, and student loan repayment. Join us at our next webinar to learn more about the 529 plan. Enrolling takes just 15 minutes, and you can start with just $25. Visit idsaves.org if you would like to learn more.
This has been a presentation of IdahoSports.com.